Hey, Stinky!
Ah! What's up?
What's up, you?
Sup, kittens?
Hey, Stinky!
We really do this thing where whenever we're on like we're mic'd up, we're all sitting here, we were waiting just to give it an extra minute, come up with the best material every time before we hit record or start showing it.
Truly.
I don't even want to go back.
I can't go back.
We're not going back.
It's because it's not going to hit right, and
No,
they're going
'cause
to see the pain in our eyes.
Because the pacing isn't the same.
It's just not the same. It's never the same.
Never is. Oh, hello.
What up?
Yo. Bald. What? Who would possibly ever write a very
Bald.
pathetic community post begging for 10 subscribers that got fulfilled in 9 minutes?
Hello, sharks. If I could get just 10 subscribers.
We really said we're going to make the lowest possible goal that we feel like we could. And it was worth. I mean, we did say we wanted to do it for a goal.
Yeah.
If
I
we
mean,
did it.
listen, you have to set actionable goals in one's life.
That's true. That's true.
Measurable, attainable, pussy.
That's how it works. You set measurable, attainable goals, and you will get pussy. Or you can get boy pussy.
Get whatever
if
you
like.
want.
You can get non-binary pussy if you want to.
You can get
That's like a
whatever
division
you want.
symbol, I think.
Ooh.
I don't know. They can use that though if you want. You can't copyright the division symbol.
What are the symbols for the other two?
Well, pussy would be an equal sign.
Of course. Right. What's pussy?
Well, that's it. Pussy is because it's like a pussy, but it's got balls.
But I thought you said non-binary was
Oh,
the
non-binary.
division.
Oh, yeah, non-binary because it has the pussy and the balls. So just a semicolon
A semicolon.
or just a colon, a whole
I was
colon.
gonna say a semicolon. What's hang? Well,
It's a semicolon
well.
actually. It's the bait and tackle.
but only one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, it's an asterisk. That would also,
it's an
that would
asterisk.
also make sense. 'Cause-
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
We got 2.53K in the end. That's right. We got 30. We got 3 times as much, which is why we shaved our heads 3 times.
And then aggressively grew it back.
We grew it back and then shaved it again as a getcha gotcha.
Violently grew it back. Every 10 subscribers, we change hair up and back down.
But we did that thing where it's okay, but we can't keep editing now.
Right.
But you can in video games like San Andreas. Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto?
That's a CX.
You're not a big GTA person.
I'm really not.
I only liked GTA. I'd play with Zach and Kat, GTA 5.
Okay.
And even then, I tried playing the story.
That's the big one.
That's
right?
the big one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that they're still supporting
It's still
the
a
online.
thing. It's
And,
the Skyrim of.
It is fun. Yeah, it is. It's like Skyrim. Yeah, where they just have keep
It just keep
they
giving it to you.
stuff. Some small stuff for 6 got leaked, and it was they went through legal fury. It was pretty nuts, and literally leaked in terms of like, ooh, information, nothing.
Right.
Unlike me, happening to open Twitter a single time and getting spoiled for chapter 2 of JoJo Lands, which was fine, except then like that ended up being like the last panel. So like I knew the whole time, and it's just like I waited a month for this.
I hear you and I feel you because I went through the exact same thing with the latest episode of Star Trek Picard, which this season is so good.
Oh, it's continuing to exceed your expectations.
Good. I'm loving it. I don't know if anyone else thinks it's good. I'm loving it, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. But yeah, I literally like the day it came out, that like pop open my phone before I can even watch the episode, because like it drops like on Thursdays, but like at midnight maybe, I think. Like they don't, because it doesn't like air on television. It's just on Paramount Plus. So like they'll literally just be like, well, it's at midnight. If it comes out on Thursday, it comes out at 12:01 on Thursday.
Your time, right?
Yeah.
Like wherever you're at, it will just show up at midnight, which I always prefer as opposed to everyone gets it at the same time. Well, I don't know, because that's just it. Because then it's like, why do you get it early?
Yeah. I mean, like it's cool. But I forget that it comes out like that. So then I'm like waiting till like midday for it to come up. And then like, so I forgot it had already come out. And so then literally like I open up YouTube and the very top video is like
a spoiler.
Blank.
Blank, blank, blank.
Blank, blank, blank. And I was like, what? But then I watched the episode and it was still amazing and I did still cry. Yeah. Even though I knew it was going to happen.
The chapter was still good for
so
me.
Good.
So
it was so good.
It's like one of those where like my initial enjoyment was immediately hurt because like, well, now I know. And I'm like, hopefully it shows up at the end, because like I'm not going to spoil it for Ion, but like, you know, whose house it is the big spoiler that like, because everyone's like, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Lots of excitement. And I will be honest, I did not expect it. And the implications of such are very interesting. And I'm like, I saw a lot of people on Twitter mad about it. And then I saw me, who is me, went, okay, but the implications, like what exactly, this is fascinating. And if not, this is just a whole tongue-in-cheek joke. I find that also hysterical. Who knows? Life is crazy. Loop, thank you so much for the $15. So no head?
Head's right here.
Head's here, honey.
Head's right here.
You guys act like you're just here to see bald.
What, like is that all we are to you?
Pieces of meat.
Shiny flesh.
Decorations to be adorned.
Is that it?
Because like, I wouldn't mind being objectified a little bit.
A little bit. If you follow through.
Yeah. Thank you. Like, if you're going to put me on the shelf, you got to pick me up and put me on the shelf.
That part. Yeah, boy.
So just wiggle on down. Oh, we figure we got to milk, like, a good amount. Are we doing the dancing for donations bit again?
We have to look at our hands as we milk. I don't know if we could do that. That was so...
There was a lot. Yeah.
It was so disruptive.
It's fun until they find the loophole.
True.
Which is
just donate
a small, like $1, which is fine. But then it's like, we only dance for $5 and more. Like, that's where I'm like, okay, I don't feel comfortable now.
$5 and make me dance.
I don't want to put a value on myself because I have low internal self-worth and I feel like I will be scammed and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So I did when I'm sure you saw on my live stream, I went ahead and started this and I nicked myself.
I saw.
So do you ever struggle to shave this little part ever?
No.
Because I'll have like a couple of hairs that come up and maybe it's just something that like, it's like just where they come out. And when I'm shaving, I'm normally like, I gotta be very careful. Or I guess when you shave in general.
Yes.
Sometimes like you haven't even put the blade to your skin, but your body already knows like you've started this action. Like in the moment leading up to you doing it, you're like, I've already fucked this up.
There's disaster.
Like I'm about to nick myself. Like I already know like it's too late. And then I went and nicked myself and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. I don't usually run into that with facial because I so very rarely shave it like
because you don't
with
shape
a
it because
razor.
because you maintain it.
Yeah, I mean, like it's been years since I did it with like a razor. Usually, I do it like even if I do it really close, I just do it with clippers because I don't need to be like smooth. But yes, I recall.
Oh, yeah, and everyone's saying that like we should just also shave our facial hair is, I'm
Absolutely
sorry, no,
not.
because then I will just look like Boss Baby, and I'm not here for that.
Yeah, I don't think they could handle me.
No, I don't think you. I think you would cry. Like that would be too much of a change. I feel like.
I don't know, because it would. I just wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, like my facial hair grows back so fucking fast, like almost frustratingly so. That like honestly, like that wouldn't be like. I mean, like it would be horrifying.
It'd be the most truest of baby face.
Yeah, I mean, I will never shave off my eyebrows.
No,
ever,
no.
ever.
Not by choice. I already. You can see on this one how it's like way less than my other one because Elias, his last name, the third.
That name.
Well, I know his, like, I don't want to dox him necessarily, but he had put in 7th grade tape on just half of my eyebrow and then ripped it off in science class. And I was like, okay.
Well, he was conducting an experiment.
Yeah. And I disagreed with his findings.
Were they repeatable?
I guess. I've never done it since, but I also am like, have noticed that like my eyebrows were never as thick as again.
That's the struggle of the 2000 girlies.
You're right.
They plucked. Mm-hmm. And then the eyebrows said, we're done.
We're stuck.
And they said, we're hanging it up.
Mm-hmm. We're let's tie up those skates, honey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've got a big show coming. Ooh. So how's everybody doing today?
How y'all doing?
Welcome to the Hell Yeah Baldcast.
I'm bald.
And Technobald.
And he's also bald.
We're both bald.
The bald is
part of it. We have seen each other. Well, we have seen pictures and or live footage of each other bald.
Yes.
But we have not seen and embraced the full
live bald and in person.
It hasn't become real fully just yet.
Correct.
I am aware that Eric is bald.
I am bald. I proved it.
And I believe you have seen evidence from multiple angles that I am also bald.
I have seen the evidence, yes. Mm-hmm. I've seen the glamour shots. I saw the JCPenney photo shoot.
Oh, thank you. The magazines.
I saw it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lovely Diva and Alyssa, thank you so much for the $5.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, guys. Hope you had a good week. I have. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been a really fun time.
Thank you much, late.
Mm-hmm. So, if we could just get to 3,000 subs, we'll show our bald heads on stream. We never said that we would show them on stream, just that we did. And we did do it, and we will prove it if we can just get like 470 more subscribers in the next 10 minutes.
Well, and I mean, like, we are bald boys, so it's the bald boys.
It is. Mm-hmm. You can see, look, you see anything around the temples?
It's just like...
Did I just buzz the sides down?
It's just like, even when I'm wearing a hat over hair, I still have hair. I could still call myself a hair-having boy.
Mm-hmm. Why would you, though? That's so weird. But we have to say when we're bald.
Right. Interesting.
What?
Show your Chrome. I don't want to bring up my tabs right now. I've got things.
That's good. Yeah, the internet. I was thinking, I'm like, you don't have braces.
Superhighway.
Oh. Like show your Chrome. I went like real. I went real Chrome? Physical.
Let's get.
I played like Cyberpunk 2077 once, so like, you want Chrome? Mm-hmm.
I can't describe. Okay.
Yeah, you can't describe how you want to talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
I can't describe. Oh my God, the Celsius isn't kicking. I cannot describe adequately the look that I'm giving until I do reveal the bald, though.
Okay.
Because it is a full body situation, and it's gonna be anticlimactic. But
that's fine.
Yeah. Also.
You look kind of like a gay Tim Pool right now.
Who's Tim Pool?
Okay, so for like the 4 people who got that joke, thank you. He's kind of a dumbass, but he's some like political live streamer dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to look like a political live
streamer. No.
Right?
It's solely because you have a black beanie and he like always wears his beanie. Yeah. Work. And he's yeah. But like also not really. To be clear, I just searched his name and all pictures are of him in that black beanie.
Work.
So like it's more of a mood than necessarily like it was a joke for me.
Right.
Yeah.
This one's for
Yeah, and for Ion. Ion got it.
There you go.
So now we're good. Call a bondulance. James Nons is having us wrong.
Hell no. I'm trying.
Denny, thank you so much for the $10. Despite what everyone is saying, Bald Odie has never done anything wrong or said lies. Happy stream, y'all. Can't stay long, but congrats on 2.5K. Thank you so much, Denny. That is true.
Thank you, Denny.
We were trying to do the raid yesterday, and then my internet like keeps like disconnecting for a second. Well, like to the point where like if we need a delay for a few minutes, I can talk about my conversation with Cox Communications.
I think you should say your truth.
You're right.
Loop, thank you so much.
Oh, Loop, thank you so much for the $15. Slap dome on camera. Absolutely.
What?
So
you can slap your own dome.
You know, slap tip on camera?
No.
Someone asked Markiplier, like, slap tip on camera? As in, like,
hell yeah.
Slap the tip of your penis.
Oh, I thought it was like, because everyone keeps saying we need to slap each other's heads and say, I like you, cut G. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
No.
I
will softly, as a fellow bald, right. I would touch your bald how I would want you to touch mine.
Right. Like, I'm also not going to, like, slap you in the face. No. Like, I'm not going to do that.
We're not violent here.
No.
But, like, I do want to touch bald. Just one. It's something that only we could do.
It's true.
And then we could lord it over anyone else. Because anytime it's like you, me, Brandon, and Taylor, and you're like, I'm gonna go with Steve, and Brandon's gonna be like, what the fuck? It's like we've touched bald heads.
Bald.
We've truly gotten our brains as close to each other as we could.
Yeah.
What have you done?
When I told my dad,
he plays Don't Starve.
When I told my dad that I was gonna like become bald or whatever, I was like, I don't know how my head looks. And he was like, it looked fine when you were a baby. And I was like...
like, you have the same head.
And I was like, Dad, it's been 29 years. I'm like, things could have happened. And he's like, it looked fine when you were a kid. I was like, Dad.
It looked fine when you were...
It was fine when you were a baby.
Why are you crying? Like a baby. You're still a baby.
Like, it's also grown bigger, Sean. Like, things have changed.
I'll be honest. You grab a baby. You see me when you look at baby me... But only in like the essence of me, you can see, you don't see that me and this baby look identical. You see that like, oh, now that I see you and I see this baby, I see that this baby is you.
I can imprint your features on this baby.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Oh man, what was I just going to look up? We're talking about the baby. I don't remember.
Freddy Fish. No.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about my experience with Cox.
Yes.
Jess, Baby Miracle, thank you so much for the $9.99.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, podcast. JCPenney photo shoot when? Oh, mood. Oh. I mean, we have a green screen. We don't even have to do we don't have to go anywhere. You're right. And honestly, Tyler, I'm pretty sure Tyler has a camera. Remember, didn't she steal her mom's? Wasn't that the whole thing? I don't remember.
I'm unfamiliar.
Well, she should. She didn't steal it, she should. And because Tyler would love to do a photo shoot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know what else.
Is Tyler interested in photography?
No, but I think if you ask any girl, do you want to take a bunch of pictures like of us, like and like you can have control of the photo shoot? I think that like she'd eat it up.
That's fair.
Yeah, like it's just more of just like something she's always kind of wanted to do. I'm sure.
Okay.
She wanted to get a camera at one point, so and then like her mom like it was a whole thing. It was something she complained about once.
Okay.
Loops 13th Faith, thank you so much for the $5.
Thank you so much.
Eric, have a little faith. I'm sure your head is fine.
No complaints yet.
Thank you. I do feel hotter. I will be honest. I don't know why, but like, not all the time. Like to be clear, like when I like look at myself from the side and I'm like, I just look like a thumb.
Right.
Like no. Although I do think about that picture meme where it's like my thumb when I'm liking all of your posts and it's like an edit of a little thumb going like,
right.
Like it's like, and I'm like, I'm that nasty thumb.
Hell yeah.
Swiping right on your posts. You know.
I don't feel hotter, but I do feel untethered.
I feel more confident.
I feel unstoppable in a very bizarre way.
Like I feel borderline arrogant.
Yeah.
And like they don't know that I'm bald. Like even
standing in the corner
at the Circle K waiting in line.
They don't know.
Me, currently bald. I don't want to go into it. Not yet.
The energy of standing in a Fry's bald but with a hat on, I'm like, they don't know that I'm bald. And I could show them.
Yeah.
And I won't. Because it's a Fry's, and that's for me for right now.
Thank you so much for the $2.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Well, I'll have to go check the post office. We just keep doing shit on Sundays, so it's like it's closed. Yeah. Hot Dog, thank you so much for $5. Would like everyone to know I almost perished on the streets of Glendale after the T Swift. Don't you mean Swift City? Because didn't they rename Glendale for Taylor Swift?
Oh, that That makes me not happy.
After the 2 Swift show and the Hype Boys refused to come pick me up, I was not told at any point that Hot Dog wanted me to come pick her up. I would have come and picked Hot Dog up. I would have. I wouldn't. Have
I would not
water.
have, but yeah. I would have said, I hope.
Like drink water.
You feel okay.
Yeah. Sad. So Cox Communications. So I'm trying to raid, and I just keep getting error coded. And like
error
it's
37.
gotten to the point where
error
like
37.
error 37, where like I pay Cox for good internet, and like I'm not at my cap. There's no reason for this, and it's like quite literally skipping, disconnecting every few minutes at most, and to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna have to call them because like I might have to call them and threaten to switch services and like get some good shit out of this, but also because like I pay for this. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. And
I call them. And I go through their automated menu because, well, first of all, if you're in the app, you cannot find the phone number. Right. I have scoured the app.
Yeah.
They will only want you to talk to their 24/7 chat support, which I've done before, and they will not be able to help me.
Right.
Because aside from resetting the router, which I'm doing, what else could they help me with? They can't help me with billing stuff. I'm most likely.
Thank you, Sid.
Because they'll want me to do like pay for, or like wait until Monday. Because their hours of operation are from Monday through Friday. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh. So they start telling me, for para español, primo número uno, número uno, or press 2 for English. Oh, I'm like, English, okay. And then it goes through the whole laundry list of all of their options. And then at the very end, they go, or to talk to an operator, press 0.
You just keep screaming representative.
So that's why, because I have learned sometimes you need to just, like, as soon as it starts, just hit 0.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you guys can remove me, that's fine, but, like, this is whatever. I press 0 because it's like, they're like, if you want to speak to an operator, I press 0, and they go, hi. We understand that you'd like to speak to an operator, but in order to best assist you, please choose one of the following options below. And then it goes through all of the options again, and when it gets to 9, it just stops talking. It doesn't give you the 0 option again.
Work.
And I went, you know what? No, I'm going to hit 0 again because I know that option's there.
Right.
And it goes, we're sorry. Our hours of operation for, being able to talk to an operator is from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., whatever standard time.
Right.
Please call back during those times. Goodbye. And then hangs up on me.
Yes. Me as a phone operator.
So then I'm like, okay, well, now I have to play some of this robots games because every avenue leads to talk to our chat. Talk to our chat. And I'm like, no, give me my internet.
Yeah, provide internet.
So I call them again, and then I'm like, fine, I'll press like 3 or whatever it is for like the tech option.
Yeah.
And the tech option, I literally said, like, they gave me a single crumb, and I said, thank you so much. Yeah. They said, hi, if you'd like us to like, remotely like reset your internet, like do a full reset, which could take up to 15 minutes, you can go ahead and press 1. Sweaty. And then like, we'll schedule it. And I'm like, okay. So I press 1 to go, your internet's about to go down for 15 minutes. If you'd like to be put on a text update line, press 1. Otherwise, feel free to end the call. And I went, oh, there was no confirmation that we're doing this. So I was like, hey, Cecilia, I hope you're not doing a test right now because like the internet's about to cut out for up to 15 minutes. Yeah. And then it was only for a couple minutes and then nothing was changed. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that was my fun experience. Aside from that, the fact that like, I don't know if I want to go do it today, but like go look at a phone service and get on a new phone plan, which is not fun because it's like, I have to go do it. That's it. Like that's the hard part. It's not that like, I'm not interested or like I don't have like the money for it or anything. It's just quite literally,
I don't want to do it.
I have to go and do it. And it's like I don't want to spend time at the store. Right. But I also don't want to just do it online because that doesn't feel safe. Not for a phone because a phone's too big to just like set up the service online.
Yeah.
So
Verizon has like a new like little service for like if you're on your lonesome that apparently like saves you money, but you can get like unlimited data and stuff. I know almost nothing about it other than it's a commercial that ran while Paramount Plus was doing something for me.
But you saw that recently?
Very recently, yeah.
Yeah. So then maybe I'll go stop by Verizon and like inquire within.
Perhaps.
Because like when I was looking at it, I looked at Google Fi. That was the whole thing. And basically if you're going to go for an unlimited plan, Google Fi isn't your best bet, because basically for how much you're spending for it, you could spend literally a small amount more and get a lot more features at the other bigger ones. It's better for if you're like, I really don't use a whole lot of data, which is like, yeah, I like don't, but also like because I stream so much, I use so much of my internet data. So I end up like not using Wi-Fi on my phone, so that like I try to not run out of my internet. I also don't know where some, like, there's got to be some internet leak in some capacity, and I'm not really quite sure where.
Okay.
But that's like, that is the, I do not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I have no other words to describe this phenomenon, because I do not understand how I am using all of it when, like, at month to month, I haven't noticed a change in my consumption, but my consumption will be different. And I understand I have a sibling, but that doesn't, she's not on all that.
The poor Victorian child is consumptive.
That's true. That's true. Mm-hmm. Small town and then new internet company. They're new in town.
Is it a good brunch, Steph?
Mm-hmm. Man, they do not give a shit about anything we're saying. It's just show the bald.
Yeah.
Where's bald? Me want bald now.
Some people don't like foreplay and they don't appreciate it.
They're acting like we named it Bald Boy Stream and like made a whole fucking pick me attitude posts about how we're bald.
Pick me though. It was
sufficiently pathetic.
It was a little worm crawling on the ground, crying for scraps.
Could you feel us writhing? I really was like, I tried to make it as pathetic as possible, and I'm like, I'm gonna send this to you. I'm like, this is like the rough draft, because like we just need something on the wall. Yeah. Like to let me know. And you're like,
Dustin's
no, that's
a real
good.
one. Dustin wants to know more about the internet troubles.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's it.
No, there's more. Invent more. Tell us about the leak.
Part of me thinks that like maybe it's part of the ring, because I have to use the ring as the router.
Right.
And like that annoys me. And in my dadspiracy brain is like, it's the ring that's the problem. And my sister will start rolling her eyes because she's like, I don't know why you hate this ring so much. And I'm like, because I didn't have these problems when we used my router.
Right.
That like
you have to use the ring as the router?
Yeah.
Why?
If you want to have like the camera, but also
I don't though, and I have a ring.
Yeah, you just don't you have to plug it into the modem, or do you just plug yours into the router?
Mine just runs on Wi-Fi.
That's so weird. Yeah. That was based on how it was set up. Oh, I'll have to go take a look at all of it. Then.
Yeah, mine's just running on the Wi-Fi.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look. Cecilia set it up.
I might have a different.
I'll take a look. We'll see if we have something similar. Yeah. Man, thank you so much for the $2. Reveal bald. Melissa Lou, thank you for the $2. Wait until the end to show. We're not waiting that long because this hat kind of hurts.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
We can reveal.
The bald is uncomfortable with the hat.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever worn a beanie on here, actually. I don't wear beanies often.
So one thing I've noticed is that by being bald, we talked about this earlier.
Right.
Is wearing anything is weird.
Putting your head on your pillow is weird.
Yeah, it took me the first time. Yeah, the first night was weird. Or like when I got out of the shower, when I first shaved my head, I then went to go dry my head, and my towel was stuck to my head in the heaviest way, and I'm like, I have little grippers. That's what it feels like. But it's just like, no, you just have like, it's just smooth skin, and it feels soft. Like the skin up there is so soft. Yeah. A little bit. And I didn't like oil up today or anything, but my sister had coconut oil that she like made me shine.
Supposed to, apparently. Coconut oil is good. It's not committed to.
But then when I looked it up online on Amazon, I didn't know like which one to buy because there's like extra virgin and stuff. And I'm like, can someone just, why isn't there an Amazon Essentials bald boy kit?
I don't plan on staying bald long enough to need to worry about it much because I was like, because I looked it up. I was like, how does one moisturize one's head? Is it facial moisturizer or should it be like body moisturizer? And it was like, no, it should be bald head moisturizer. And I was like, I'm not staying bald that long, Sweat. Or
if if you get it, then like we get one that we're both gonna use.
I squeeze some in a Ziploc bag and give it to you.
Honestly, that's probably fine.
You cut the corner and you just pipe it on your head.
A little pipette. Oh. All right. Do you guys want it?
I'm afraid there's going to be like fuzz on my head from this. Oh, no.
Oh, I think it'll be fine.
How tragic if it was.
Yeah.
Because then trying to wipe it off is going to feel bad.
But if we take them off, they're all going to leave.
Right, they're going to leave. They're just like, show bald, show bald, show bald. And then you show bald.
And they're going to go, oh, they look weird now. I can't handle it. And then they're going to leave.
Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Are we doing it? I want to snatch it, but I think it's not going to come off.
This isn't foreplay. It's bad edging.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
First of all. First of all.
You watch yourself.
Edging is in the eye of the beholder.
You right.
Hole.
Yeah, as in whoever's holding it.
Hold. Holder. Hold the hole.
It is a venti Java chip frappuccino with cinnamon dolce syrup loaded in.
It's an empty Celsius. Nobody asked. After we reveal, I do need to
take off each other's hats.
Ew, no.
No, because it's gonna be weird to take it off. Anyway.
It's gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
And so, like, I need my own sensory perception of it.
Okay.
Are we ready? Are we just gonna fucking snatch it?
Yeah.
Snatch my wig.
One. We're not gonna. I mean, I'm just gonna take it.
I'm just gonna take it off.
Yeah.
Because like, if I snatch it, it could like feel bad.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
It was so stupid.
Hello.
It's very refreshing though.
Yeah.
Oh, this breeze.
It was so hot.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
why does a beanie feel hotter bald than with a hat and then with hair?
Right? Oh my god, it's crazy. Shit.
Sheesh.
Ooh. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Oh no, bald with pink headphones. I look like. Oh my god, I look like. Oh my
you look
god,
like Moby.
No, I look like. Oh my god, what's her name? What's her fucking name? Candace Drag Race season 1, the one who went home first up against Lemon. Oh my god, what's her name? Juicebox.
Juicebox. Oh my god, yes. Ooh. How are you guys doing?
Have you enjoyed?
I thought I would be jump scared, but it was pleasantly surprised. It's giving Jason Statham energy a little bit, yeah. Giving. You look like Jason Statham in a Fast and Furious movie because, like, they're making him wear something fun.
Oh, okay.
You're Hobbs.
So this look, which to be clear, this is a full body look. It matches. Yeah.
You said you'd have to explain the look once you went bald.
I have to explain the look. Now that I'm bald, I can explain the look because I
look like real podcasters now. Thank you. Can't wait to talk about women.
I'm here to escort all bitches to the Lido deck.
Jared Leto deck?
Sure.
Oh, what's the Lido deck?
It's on a cruise ship.
Okay.
There's a deck called the Lido deck. I'm implying that I'm a cruise director.
Oh, fun. Directing people to the Lido deck.
Directing people to the Lido deck.
I understand them.
All bitches to the Lido deck.
As they should. True.
Okay, yeah.
Fast and Furious Pride Edition. That's funny. That was a good one.
Vibe. Mr. Worldwide.
Slay. Queen. Now I know that all content from now on will be made with a bald dome.
It grows back.
Yeah. So let's talk about.
Are we going to talk about the bald? The elephant in the room.
We're bald guys now.
We are. It's what we do.
Life's been different.
Bald is a setting on the dryer.
And it's only taken me higher, baby. I feel untethered, unbound. I feel. Am I coping? Maybe. I will be honest. Maybe the overconfidence is purely by copium.
It could be.
But
could be beef.
It's, a vibe at the same time.
Yeah.
Do I really want to do this again? No. Because I like my hair.
Yeah. I mean, like, the actual, like, shave, like, buzzing it, like, as low as it would go, I didn't hate that, but, like, it feels bad. I will say right before I like shaved it, like 2 days before, I like buzzed it like how short I do the sides. And that was fine and like still felt like hair, and which was nice. And then as soon as you buzz it like with no guard on it, I was like, this now feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm just not used to like touching it. Like my head feels like soft but not. Like you tried to make a lot of smooth spots and then you couldn't, and at some point you're like, I feel like if I keep trying to shave this, that like I'm gonna peel my skin off.
The physical sensation of trying to shave it was so deeply uncomfortable.
It felt wrong.
Every time I was doing it, it felt like it was gonna like, and it was like a fresh razor, like good to go, and it still felt like it was catching.
Like you
and
creamed your head and everything. Yeah. Well, because you're like not used to having to hold it like that, and then like you're like you have to think like you have to keep the razor down to shave because your arm is gonna lift up.
Yeah,
like that's why you suddenly have these weird little like spots, and then once you like have it for the most part down, you're trying to use like a mirror to like help yourself, and you're like, I can't even see exactly where I still need to do it, but you have to then just kind of feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, $2 from Metagirl. Eric, what's the first audio in which you are bald?
I'm not going to tell you that.
You'll have to figure
because
out
then
on your
you
own.
all are going to start commenting
that this is the bald one.
This is the bald one, and I'm not doing that.
You now know that any new one from now on, maybe, depending on the backlog.
You don't know how far in advance I've been.
You have been really busy the past week, so like it's possible that you recorded a month or so worth of content, so you wouldn't have to do any of it bald. Because you wouldn't do something like that, would you? That'd be crazy. A little long-term gotcha.
Was this our first time? Yes, it was our first time bald.
Yeah. We were joking on the podcast, and then at one point, we weren't joking anymore.
And we were just like, let's fucking do it. As soon as we decided we were going to do it, and like we really decided like, yeah, we're going to do it.
Because you had a lot of reservations, which then I felt like I had reservations in like, once we, like, I'm like, once we're going to do it, we'll do it. Like, cool. But like, you were like, I don't want it. Like after the last podcast, you were like, I don't want to go bald. I don't want it. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'm like, we'll do it together. That way it'll be like,
which I did not want.
And I was like, you know, that way there's camaraderie.
Right.
I was fine ultimately doing it because I did it on my stream. So then it was like an event. It was fun.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Fellow bald. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Congrats on being bald.
Mm-hmm.
Like after like the last podcast when we were like, yeah, we are going to do it. In that moment, I was like, oh God, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be bald. And then literally like the next day I woke up and my hair was like not working with me. And I was like, I want to go bald right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm that bitch where like as soon as like I do decide.
Luke, thank you so much for the $5. I never noticed your before because your hair's in the way, but Eric, you have a cute little forehead dimple.
That's a very sweet way of saying I have a wrinkle. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm pretty sure you can see my scar pretty good now.
Yeah.
Which like I never see because
I
can't. So if you want to, you can see it. But
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it from when you. Yeah. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I looked right into that tiger butthole when I turned around.
Hell yeah. I'm that person where like as soon as I do decide I'm gonna do it, then I'm like, well, now I don't want to wait. So that was why like then I kept being like, so when are we doing the balds? I was like, can I go bald now?
You were like continuously pushing up this timeline for like we are bald.
Because I was like, okay, but like now that I've decided I want to do it, now I'm anxious, not in like a bad way, in like a
like we're going to Disneyland tomorrow.
Exactly.
And you have to go to bed tonight, and it's like I'm not tired.
So like, yeah, I kept like pestering Steve and being like, so are you doing it on your stream? Can I go bald before then? When can we bald?
And then
it's bald time.
And then you went bald.
It's bald o'clock.
And then in my stream, I just like release the bald. When is it? Right now.
Pan bald, enhance bald, zoom bald.
I can't help but notice that you're not bald.
Hi, Diva.
Oh no! I went nah. Because like you gotta make them work for it. Although that wheel, then there's that big section. I have to go. I'm gonna have to go clear this wheel, and then we kept not getting it, and I'm like, that's fine. But like we got stuff we already had. We have to re-roll it.
Oh,
because like my rotator cuff's fucked up.
Oh yeah. I can't see. I lost it. Someone asked where the pink headset is from. Mm-hmm. This is actually like this was a white Audio Technica set, and I had to paint it pink myself because Audio Technica doesn't make pink headphones. But I was like,
did you really?
Yeah, I was like,
how? It looks like you bought it pink. Like thanks. I never knew that.
Yeah, no, I got a white set because I figured the white because the white one's the only one that has like white
on the top.
All the other colors,
everything's black.
The fabric parts are black, so I got a white one and then
there's so much room.
Masked it and painted it. I know.
We're egg
bouncing around in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I wear pink a lot, so I was like, I want pink headphones.
And so you just made.
So
them.
I did it myself.
You had to get those customs.
Hell yeah. I had to customize myself. Spray paint your life.
Spray paint your life.
Spray paint. Spray paint your life.
Moxie, thank you so much for $5. Okay, gamers, need a picture of you two smiling nicely to the camera. Make it look like you like each other for research purposes. I mean, we could do that. You paid $5. You could have just asked. We don't have to take a picture. We can do that,
but we don't have to say it's because of the $5 because then people will think if they pay a certain amount, they get things from us.
No. We don't set the amount. Remember that.
There you go.
It's
we arbitrarily decide the amount in the moment.
What's your fee? I don't know yet.
I don't know.
Depends.
Offer. Mm-hmm. Anyone who says offer, hateful.
True. but we could just. There you go. You can go back.
You got it. That's all you get.
Flop. Everyone takes screenshots. The egg up army. So anyway, that's it. That's the thing.
Okay, stream over because we're now bald. We've lost our novelty to them. Mm-hmm. We built it up, and now there's nowhere to go now.
God. But now now it's the party wig, like Party City wig.
Party crunchy wigs.
Yeah, which I don't even know if they're going to work. Any. No, we didn't. Well, because you couldn't get the spray tan yesterday. Yeah. That really was the linchpin for
it set us down a path.
Which was fine. Yeah. Because then I got to the point where I was like, because like the internet stuff was taking so long. Because like we finished helping Steph the legendary campaign at like 11. Mm-hmm. It took forever. We cheesed the Callus fight because you can those 3 little platforms. You can kind of go underneath the stairs.
Oh yeah. I saw.
You have to needle them with primary, and it takes forever. And we had to do it like 3 times because just shit happens. But like way easier than the way you and I did it. Yeah. And then like Steph was also like, "I'm sorry it's taking so long." I'm like, "I don't think you understand that like we are taking the normal amount of time." Yeah. Because like it really is like you like anyone who did the legendary campaign start to finish from the get-go out the box, like mad respect. Like that shit took like I'm glad we took it over a couple days because like it was a lot and the story didn't make sense.
And it wasn't.
Story's a lot better the second time around when now you know that they don't know.
They don't know. Mm-hmm. And you don't feel like you're being like gate kept and girl bossed and belittled and boy bottomed and.
But when the first moment that Rohan said like I've almost lived to my 10 years, Steph went, "Oh no, is he gonna do a noble sacrifice?" And I just went. And then we got to the chapter, to the thing where it's like, oh no, we're exhausted. What do we do? Mm-hmm. Oh no. Rate wigs and hats on stream for your bald heads. Thank you for the $2, Meta. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Bye, Emily.
Rate wigs and hats.
Have a good one. So someone got their bald filled. That's right. Well, she has a moving castle, so it's understandable.
Well, yeah. I thought that was Hewll.
Hewll. Clearly, you didn't see the movie. But
of course, I haven't seen the movie.
But now Emily owns it.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you fool.
I'm speaking of the past. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Go get a drink.
Can you entertain?
Yeah.
I'll be back briefly. Enjoy Singular Bald.
Mm-hmm. Hey, how was your drink?
I haven't had it yet, but I'm
glad.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
How'd you enjoy your time with Uncle Odie?
I just did this.
The whole time.
The whole time. Mean mugging. I didn't know.
The whole time.
It's like a.
I want to know why.
We're like the Shield brothers, where we're only as effective if we're near each other.
That's fair.
Ooh, do you remember the mechanic? I forget in what content it was, but there was like
cool.
I want to say it was Destiny 1 where it was 2 hive knights that you had to fight each like
coup.
It isn't coup. Yes, yes, it's a coup boss where you have to put them. You have to like aggro them together.
There's the one taken one and the one hive one, and you gotta.
Yeah.
And that came out at the same time because King's Fall was also when like Tether came out, and people didn't understand what Tether was exactly, and that it just like keeps people in place. It doesn't draw them together.
As a Tether hunter, I enjoyed it.
So then everyone kept yelling at Tether hunters, though they were like, Tether, like pull them together, and then all the hunters had to be like, that's not how it works.
I can if we know where they're about to spawn, or like once they get
if they're close, it'll hold them, but it doesn't drag people.
If you have the aggro, run to the other.
That part.
Lovely Davina Alyssa, thank you so much for the $10.
Thank you so much.
You both look wonderful. Glad you're enjoying the hairstyle change.
Thank you. I don't know if enjoy is the word.
I agree. I saw a bald guy at
A
Circle
fellow
K.
bald.
My first time as a new bald.
Experiencing a fellow bald.
A fellow bald. This man did not give me a second glance. This man did not care that I was bald. They don't know that I'm bald.
The realization that no one cares about bald except the bald.
No one cared who I was before I made myself bald, and no one cares who I am
afterwards.
since I've made myself bald.
Yeah.
No one cared that I made myself bald.
It was a genuinely weird thing of like when I like, see a person roaming about hairless head. I think nothing of it until I have a hairless head. And then like when I was like I did a little bit bopping yesterday in an attempt to get my 4 shiny slow pokes. And I ended up
on your bicycle?
No, I was in my vehicle, but I would be like parking lot to parking lot hop. And so when I was in one of the parking lots, a bald exited the grocery store and walked to his car, and I was just like, bald. And then I was like, I don't know why.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Well, that's like when I got my car, and then every time I'd see a Hyundai Elantra, I was like, Elantra, brother. Because it's like, they don't know that I know that we know that I know that we are linked.
That part.
Is there anything better since we've gone bald? I don't have to wash my hair.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it's just like hopped at the plane to LAX.
Yeah.
With my dream in my cardigan, just roll out of bed, stumble out of bed, and I tumble to the kitchen.
Party in the
pour
USA.
myself a cup of ambition.
Scissor. I like being able to just wake up and my look is ready. Because like my hair
fits right.
My hair was getting so annoying too.
Yeah, mine was being hateful.
And like my shower routine was like, first thing I do is I get in the shower, shampoo my hair, and then put conditioner in it. Then, okay, now I leave the conditioner in because like if you leave it in for a bit longer, it like actually does more shit. So then it's like, then I'll shave, then I'll body wash with warm water, and then while everything's still like covered in suds, move it to a like a bit colder water so that your pores close up.
Right.
Because I read that once.
Yeah.
And then you rinse everything off. And now it's like I'm even faster now because like I can put shampoo on it, but it ain't gonna do anything.
It actually can dry out the skin because there's no hair to stop it. How does the water feel on your bald head? Honestly, it feels pretty much the same.
Yeah, no, not really any different. Like, if anything, it's almost like you do feel phantom hair almost. Like
the water didn't feel weird. Sometimes like air feels weird because your head then feels colder than you used to. So sometimes I'm like, is my head wet? Have you had that?
Yeah. Like just now, actually, I'm like, oh, wait.
Am I sweaty? And I'm like, no, it's just the air. I'm not used to feeling cold. Yeah. It's the same thing of like cooled seats in a car because you're not used to having cold behind you like that. Sometimes I'm like, this feels wet, and it's not wet. It's just cold.
It's the only other time you felt it.
Yeah.
Loop, thank you for the $5.
Thank you, Loop.
Odie, you look like the cool uncle at the barbecue. Thank you. Eric, you low-key look like you'd start a bar fight.
But like look really hot when I was doing it.
A gay bar fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking sickening, mama boots the
but
house
like
down
also
for
I
your
definitely
nerves.
stabbed a bitch.
Right.
Well,
I did a 5
you
stretch.
started the fight. And then immediately, once enough people got involved, we're able to just go back to the counter. You go back behind the counter and continue your shift working at the bar.
There you go.
You do look like a bartender.
On the Lido deck of my cruise ship.
I was saying, like, you look like a beachside, like at a resort.
I'm the cruise. Listen, I'm the activities director.
You are the bar director. You are the. You say your thing. Activity director.
I'm the activities director on the Lido deck of my cruise ship, and it's an 8-day cruise. And by day 2, the top of my head is bright Crayola crayon red because, like, freshly bald. First time as a bald activities director. I'm thinking just roll out of bed and be up there at my 5 o'clock, like getting the bitches on the shuffleboard.
And I forgot my hat.
And I didn't think anything of it. And then I'm so sunburned. And then by like day 4, like I'm wearing a hat, but like it's not my hat because I had to borrow a friend's, and like under it, like the skin is peeling, but they don't know that. And I'm trying to still be like peppy activities director. That's when I start the fight.
I understand.
Because they don't know.
They don't?
They don't know.
You look like a swim up poolside bar.
Yeah.
you look like a bartender there.
Yeah.
And like just like what's up? And like you're selling like a daiquiri for like $23.
Yeah.
Because like it's the resort and like
and I'm getting paid minimum wage.
Yeah, and you don't care. Cuz like
I'm here for the experience.
You have to wear flip-flops because like you are standing, like you're not in the water at all.
Right.
But like there is some like little bit of splash and whatnot, and it's not a big deal. You can get wet.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm. This it like a wet material? It feels like kind of like a swim trunk.
Yeah.
That's cool. Ken, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I'm sure both of you already know this, but please remember sunscreen on the dome. A scalp sunburn is very painful. Yeah. Although I've just been trying to wear a hat. I haven't been done it. I haven't done it, but I also haven't been really outside with like free dome in it.
Yeah, I mean, like I
don't really plan on it.
No, I mean, I plan on doing hats and stuff just because, like, I try to get sunburnt just all over the body. So yeah, no, I'm an active sunscreener, but I appreciate the reminder. Thank you.
Thank you. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Are you implying? Thank you, Luke, for the $5.
Didn't mean to imply.
You were calling me Stody for the longest time.
Stody?
And then I got to the episode where Odie shared his past letters. I'm like, okay, I can finally call him Stody. What does that mean?
What does Stody mean? Stoic Odie?
Oh, when I first stumbled upon... I get it. God. Yeah, well, Odie is my nickname from my tuba baptism. Mm-hmm. I was christened with that name. Yeah. And I was christened with the puzzle of unlocking what that name was. And it's exactly what you would expect a bunch of college kids to give me. If I told you that Odie was a kindness that they gave to me because they wanted to nickname me Garfield.
Right. And they took pity.
But I was a plump little man, and they felt like if they called me Garfield, that would be a little mean.
Be untoward.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a little... Oh, an Aang reference. Oh, that's funny. Because Aang is bald. Or sorry, Ong from the Last Airbender, from the live action Shyamalan movie, the masterpiece. Ong.
That's his name. Okay.
Yeah, it's Ong.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Tuck their hair behind their ear. I can't. There is none. Yeah. Yeah, well, like, the Odie is, like the reason why my name is Odie, like, it always has been, like, Odie the dog. Because the way that it worked was they looked at us from band camp, and apparently I made an uncouth comment that was above my pay grade in the marching band world about Toad.
I didn't. Oh.
Took a second.
That was a delay.
That's an error.
That's an error.
I saw Toad, and the way that he was marching, he like was kicking his feet out, and so like I made a comment. I'm like, oh yeah, but like Toad's like, he's like,
is Toad a person?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he's like, I'm like, he's got like windmill legs the way he's marching. Well, apparently he had marched professionally in like a DCI band, so Drum Corps International, like the Academy is an example of one in Phoenix that like I did audition for. I did not get it because I can't read bass clef. I pulled a little. I said I have to be given the fingerings for my sousaphone, and then I just memorized the fingerings of the combination of three. And I'm like, I'm gonna try an audition to be like a big one. And then they're like, go ahead and play a scale. And I went, oop. I don't know all that. I sometimes just don't play, so I can just be part of it. And you fake it till you make it. But apparently, because of that, they thought like. When they ultimately came clean about, okay, here was how we got to your name. Okay. Because of that comment, they thought I was a dick.
Okay.
Because, like, basically, this person's actually, like, a professional.
And you're trying to mock him.
When, like, quite literally, it's like, I guess that is technically true. But, like, it wasn't to, like, mock him necessarily. Like, it was just I'm just a cheeky shit. Mm-hmm. And they thought I was a dick. And they're like, well, dick to pussy. Because then whenever they wanted to...
The dick to pussy pipeline.
The nickname, like the hint that they would give me was this.
Well...
I go, so give me a hint. And they're all just like... And then everyone would just go... Like, except for all, like, the fellow, like...
Tag yourself, I'm the everyone.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Not much to memorize. Usually a scissoring motion and a little thumb action does the trick. Thank you for $5, Luke. What does that mean?
That's a joke on the concept of knowing how to finger, I believe.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you do the come hither. Which I saw in like a show or something where like it was meant to be like a weird thing for someone to do, and I just like have imprinted that scene of like some weird guy going like, you do a come hither, and I'm like, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Anywho, dick to pussy, hence the pussy.
The pipeline.
Pussy to pussycat.
Intuitive.
Pussycat to Garfield. But then felt if they called me Garfield because I look like I like lasagna, like that's hurtful. A little too, yeah. So they're like, we'll call you Odie. Right. And then that's it. That was it. That was the whole, that's the baptism. Yeah. And I got baptized in the MU fountain at ASU, which you can't do anymore because they drained it and filled it with rocks. Yeah. And I'm like, they don't know. That's actually a really weird thing. Like, I was baptized in this fountain. It's such a weird thing. But it's okay because the way that we did it when they did the tuba baptism is we all went over to the music building, the big round one. I don't care about saying this. It's a public campus. So, like, you could go see this. I don't care. Like, well, yeah. Like, and so all of us, like, the Sousa line at the ASU marching band, we were like 20 or 30 people. So all of a sudden, people just saw this line of 30 sousaphones, 20 to 30 sousaphones playing, like, the fight song and stuff, like, or whatever it was, if we start singing it, I'll remember it, but one of those, and like all like then getting in a large circle around the MU fountain, like up on the lip. And I'm like, I would have loved to have an out of body experience to like just see what that would have looked like from an observer's point of view, because it was wild. And it was cool. It was really interesting to hear how everyone else got their nicknames. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and that's cool. And, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's, there's that information.
The deep Odie lore.
Deep Odie lore. You guys want lore? Ask about it. What do you want? We're bald now. We have no secrets. Oh, yes? United States of Slay. Yeah. That's actually kind of a little bit of like a punk girl vibe.
Work diva.
Mm-hmm. Work diva.
Hi diva. Ooh. I'm just not feeling this one.
What do you have to say to the alternate timeline versions of you streaming right now that decided not to go bald? Pussies.
Try it.
Yeah, do it. Hey, cutie.
Actually, don't. It's your life.
I'll date my hair.
But also, you want to fuck me? Me?
I mean, if you could fuck your alternate reality self, would you?
Absolutely.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. He's hot. Also, he has hair. So, like...
He's got something to grip.
Right. No, so I have something... I can be touching something that feels good. It's on him to touch the
Do you ever fear that you're
going to
get, like, topped by your bald self?
Well, I don't know if fear is the word.
Do I ever languish excitedly?
Sometimes I lay in bed going, I hope my bald self doesn't come to top me.
Oh, no.
I said, I hope.
Oh, no. I hope the timelines don't converge. What is my social security number? Nice try, Moxie.
Nice try.
Painting the bald head episode when?
Painting?
Well, at the very least.
Make him earned.
I don't know. I feel like I have to. Just because.
I mean, the hair's growing fast, so if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it.
If we do it, I'd have to do it for next episode.
Yeah.
Because, well, is next episode 71 technically?
Yes.
Oh, but 72 is my favorite number.
Well, if we call this one 70.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a live stream episode. Like,
right.
It's a live stream in the sense that, like, we're live, but also
this is the season 3 premiere.
This is the season 3 premiere. Thank you. We had the 4-episode OVA between season 1 and season 2, and then so season 3 we had to change it up and start with a live stream.
Yeah.
$5. How much for y'all to get a scalp tattoo? More than
$5.
But also, like, I did have that thought for a second of like,
you could, your little secret,
a little stupid tattoo that's like so small and doesn't matter and would only be seen like this. Like I do it on the top of my head or something.
Yeah.
And then you'll just never know that I have it. Like, and I would forget that I had it until one day I had to go bald for something or shave my head down and go, oh yeah, I got a tattoo there. Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It says cock.
She's pee-pee.
Mm-hmm. Peepus.
That'll age well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Rick was here. Steve was here.
Yeah.
A little bit of.
Just have one that just says bald.
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 Just a little bit of the Robbie. Like back in the day. Yeah. Lore question: if I say "okay, yeah" in the mirror 3 times at 3 a.m., will Bald Eric show up with an evil vengeance? How can I properly defend myself against Bald Eric and Odie? Well, I'm not bald in that case.
Correct.
I was not summoned, but now I'm there. Like you dropped a pin on your location, and I said, I got you.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd have an evil vengeance, but I will show up in the mirror behind you.
If you could teleport, you would. Oh, to be summoned.
Yeah.
But like not like in a court sense.
I don't think I would want to be summoned though, because like I get mad when I get text messages. Like
I understand.
If my phone alert goes off
and I'm watching a video on my phone,
I start mad. Like every notification has to like prove to me why I should calm down. Any beep, I'm like,
it's irrational, but I get it. I do get it. Like
second anything, I'm mad, and then like I'm going to read it to see where my mood goes. But we're starting here.
Every other day in AFK Arena is like a work day, quote unquote, is in like because some of the stuff resets every 2 days. So I'm like, well, now I'm doing all my dailies. Like this is gonna take me like 30 minutes, and then like I'll get like messages or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not responding right now.
Right.
I'm doing my dailies. I'm sorry. You'll get a response in 2 hours when I'm done with my dailies and remember to. And that's what's up.
Melodies, thank you so much for the 1999.
Oh, that's a good year. Would you like to read
Was it?
No.
I can't remember much about it.
I mean, probably
I was so young then. I will watch the VOD later today, but I wanted to send congrats for 2.5K and the baldening. You guys always leave me in stitches, and I'm so happy for you. You're the best eggs the pig pen could ask for. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy the slop and the trow today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, stinkies.
Hey, pig pen.
Hey, hogs.
I really said that as a joke, and they said,
stinky.
fuck it, we'll make it a thing.
Hey, stinky hogs.
Hey, shit-caked, nasty,
dirty,
ready for slaughter
matted
hogs.
fur hogs rolling around in the mud.
You hognacious.
How's it going?
What's up, baby girl? How you doing? Damn, girl, you wipe that ass? Because that shit a masterpiece.
Oh.
Maybe diarrhea can be cute. Who knows? Even if you shit your pants, you deserve to be beautiful.
No.
No. At one time, accidentally poop your pants. You ugly now.
You're ugly. I'm so sorry.
No one will ever remember this. You find God, and he goes, I'm sorry. That's the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not poop their pants, lest they be ugly.
Well, it's not a permanent state of being. Mm-hmm. But if there's poop in your pants, you're ugly. I said it. The notification went off. I'm mad.
Oh, man. What 5 things would we have to put in a summoning array to summon each of you? You would just have to call me, and I would come. You don't need 5 things. You don't need a sensor.
I will not appear no matter what you put in there. But you could put some Sour Patch. You could put a 5-pound bag of blue
Jelly
and
beans.
red Sour Patch Kids. That'd be a good start.
I forgot I bought you Sour Patch Kids, and I meant to bring them, and I forgot again.
That's so sweet.
They're your favorite flavor.
The intention is sweet.
Mm-hmm. I got a bag of all one flavor just for you.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get orange?
No.
Oh. When is it?
I didn't get orange.
When is it?
No, but I got you one you like.
I like every flavor but orange.
Oh. See, I didn't think you'd like this flavor, which is why I bought it.
Oh, you tried to get me.
Uh-huh.
You tried to get me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of the original 5?
It's grape.
Oh, I've never had that one, actually.
Oh, well.
I mean, I like grape flavor, but I've never had a grape.
You're very
Sour Patch
hit and
Kid.
miss with grape. At least is what
Mostly
I
hit.
Yeah. Oh.
Cool.
Okay. I might need to have you entertain them for a few minutes. I gotta make a phone call.
I can do such a thing.
Okay. I will be right back. Everything's okay. I just need to do so.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Are you just gonna stare at him for a few minutes? I gotta go check the live stream.
How we doing? This one's for the dolls and the divas and the doms. Ooh, yes, I am excited for the new Fall Out Boy album. Lovely Diva and Alyssa, thank you very much for the $10. About the phone notification noises, same here, Eric. 2 specific designated apps are allowed to make noise. That's it. Anything else? Anger. You understand. Oh. Lovely Diva and Alyssa. I understand. I understand. You don't like my breathing? Why don't you like my breathing? I have to breathe. Otherwise, I'll pass out. Hey, Stinky. How y'all doing? Phone stays on silent. Couldn't be me. I'm going to be honest. I put my phone onto like maximum volume during like the very first like week of quarantine, way back in the day, because it was like, well, shit, I'm just home. I'm full-time work from home now. Like, turn that shit onto like, you know, maximum volume, and then I never turned it off. I've been full volume ever since. Hey, Stinky. Maybe that's why I hate. No, that's not why I hate notifications. Notifications are just like, it's upsetting because it's like, this is my time. Every second of my day is my time, and my time is being invaded, and it hurts me. Hester, thank you so much for the $5.99. I'm not sure what's worse, a stare contest with Odie or this mouth breathing with Eric. How very dare you? Jokes aside, happy 2.5K boys, well deserved. Thank you so much, Hester. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. Full volume so that I can hear it. You never know when you're gonna need to know what's going on. Truly, like every notification is it's harm. It's harm done unto me in a world that I did not ask for. I didn't ask for it. It's unsolicited. Any unsolicited notification is an attack. And it's harmful. It's harmful. If full volume is scary, you just got to change notifications to something a little more soothing, with the recognition that over time you're going to come to resent that sound, because nothing good has ever come from a notification. Nothing good's in an email. Nothing good's in a text. Nothing's good ever, actually. I tell you about my Isaac helmet. So I love Dead Space, and I bought the Dead Space Collector's Edition. I guess that's what it's called. Yeah, and it came with the helmet, and the helmet's pretty sick. Like, it actually like fits, and it has like a little like thing inside, and you can turn on the light, and it'll like pew. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. A loop, thank you very much. Notifications remove me from the mind palace I create by maladaptive daydreaming, and it ignites the fury of hell in me every time. That's a mood and a vibe and a vibe and a mood. But girl, thank you for the $1.99. Tell Odie I sent him wigs and DMs review. I will let him know. I will let him okay, but like genuinely, like it feels bad. Like I love when my hair is like buzzed, like because then you're like, ooh, it's fuzzy. It feels good. But then like when you shave it, it's like, oh, this feels like smooth skin, but with little sandpaper hairs in it, and everything catches. Everything catches. I record my audios with Pro Tools, and then I edit it in Audacity. I can dye my hair. I'm not really big on dyeing my hair. I've done it. It can be fun. But I'm pretty cool with my normal hair color. For a long time, I hated it because I was like, it's too dark and there's like red in it. This was me like in high school. No, not high school. Before that. That was me like in middle school. I was like, oh, my hair looks ugly. I liked it better when I was younger and it was lighter. So a couple times I was like, I'm going to like bleach it later. And I did. And then like at first I didn't know I needed red corrector because my hair goes red. So then I was like, oh, look, my hair is basically orange. How delightful. And then I figured out how to use like red corrector in it to make it not red. And then it was like just like lighter. And then I was like, okay. Or I could just go back to my hair. And then I just went back to my hair. And then the one time I was like, okay, like I want to see how I look if it's literally like bleached white. So I did that. And then I was like, this is fine. It's cool. Used to put red in my hair. I did put red in my hair, but like actual like red. Like I used like gel to like spike it. Like, and there's like back in my day, there was like colored gel that you could do. So I would like gel my hair like up in like a little like faux hawk situation, and then I would put red gel on the tips. So that, like I didn't have to actually have it be red permanently, but I could put red in it. And I also had blue. I had red and blue. Because, you have to coordinate with the color of your outfit for the day. Also, I did not... Oh, here's a fun fact. Here's some deep Eric lore. So, I wear black all the time now because I like it. And I did not own a black shirt of any style, long sleeve, short sleeve, tank top, nothing. I did not own a black top until 6th grade. That was the very first time I had one. And I didn't even have one. I borrowed one from a friend, and I was like, why don't I own any black shirts? This is nice. And it set me down a path from which I have never recovered. Can't imagine faux hawk red hair Eric. I was a child, Meta. I was a trifle wild.
Honestly, but like, I'm already over like the shock of it. Now that I saw the fit with the bald coming up the stairs, like, you're bald.
Oh yeah.
But like also, like, and I was saying for myself, I'm like, there's a weird like energy to being bald.
There's a power in it.
Like, there's almost like, if you can look okay bald, you almost can like even your regular outfits now hit different.
Right. Everything's different.
Like, everything's got like an edge.
All that's old is new again.
Yes.
It was 2 years after my orange era, Chloe.
The what? Oh. Mm-hmm.
Orange era was 4th grade.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Every time I like run up the stairs, I'm like
running up them stairs.
I'm just chunky, so I like. Oh, this breathe so heavy.
Heavy boo boo.
Although I will say, so like, I've been trying to figure out like why my arm hurts, because I feel like I just complained about it and I sound like a crazy person.
For saying you have an injury?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've learned a lot right now in this conversation that it's okay to prioritize my own health. Anyway, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then when I went to go work out with Josh, I was like, sometimes my arm hurts on airplanes. And so I'm like, I can run. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because then I was filling him in on recent. I don't know if you ever ended up reading what I sent you, by the way.
I did.
I'm sure you didn't even need anything
It was
else.
a delight.
Yeah. If you're on my stream you happened to see last week, I'm not going to go into it by any means. But I will say, any commentary I could make, I don't have to because it tells on himself.
Yeah.
You could just use the beginning part and then you go, I liked the spin comment, but I'll leave that. We'll ditch that last bit. All of that to say, I don't remember what the fuck I was saying. Oh, no, I went running with Josh. That was the whole thing. Is that like, I went running, it was fine, and apparently I was like, wait, we're done? He goes, yeah, it's fun when you're mad. And then he found evidence of termites again. So that he was fucking mad.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
And I was like, explain to me why. Like, because like I understand termites are bad, but like,
right.
I was like, I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Show pole, show hole.
And I was like,
back so I could see both at once.
Exactly, because I'm like, my arm will hurt, and it's like sometimes if I'm sitting at the key, like at the like this, it'll hurt. Sometimes it'll be totally fine. Sometimes it'll just be good all day, and sometimes it's not. And this is like within the last, like this week since like Monday, Tuesday. Mm-hmm. He goes, oh, well, go ahead and start moving your arm and tell me when it starts to hurt. And I'm like, okay, like this. And he goes, does it hurt when you touch it? And I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Not so much right now, actually, oddly enough. Like now it's good. So I think it's healing. Okay. But he goes, I think it's your rotator cuff. He's like, I'm not a physical therapist, but it's your rotator cuff. And I'm like, oh, well, now that I know how to describe that part of the body,
yeah,
I started to think about it. And I'm like, it 100% is. Cause like, even like this right here, like this hurts. I can't do it. Yeah. And like I can hear like a crack, like a pop. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm like, what do you recommend? Because then I decided to Google it, and that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you could get surgery, you could do this, and it's like, I slept on the tile floor, and I like went real fucking hard for a few hours with the stir-up hoe because I got way too excited about it for my sister's baby shower. And I think, even though it wasn't an overhead action, it was this action constantly that like is technically like overhead-esque. And I just like pulled it. So it's just been trying to like take it easy up and try to do like a soak later. But it was really cool. Yeah. It was just like, it was weird that like, it's weird how just knowing, like being able to figure out and accurately describe what's hurting when like, it's like I'm trying my best to describe this because that's something I struggle with is like, and even like more abstract things where I'm like, I don't know how to describe this thing. So like, I'm just using what I can to like express feeling or emotion. And I'm like, hopefully you will have enough knowledge to go, okay, if it's this, that, which is where Josh was very helpful. Big ups.
Big ups for Josh.
And was a vibe.
Hell yeah.
Also, I thought we were going to Act 3 soon.
Literally.
Like, I thought when we were supposed to play
there's
like
so
this
much
last
Act
time
2
we
in
had
Act
to do.
2.
Well, and I guess from what Josh said is that typically when you like show up to Act 2, you head southwest first and then kind of go clockwise around the island because essentially like the difficulty if you're doing all of that content
in such a way.
Because we were just like, I think we just always said, fuck it, we'll try it.
Well, at one point, like, I mean, like, that makes sense because, like, they literally have, like, you know, like, barriers to, like, keep you from going all the way over to, like, you know, the east quickly. Like, there's, like, the bridge up and everything. But, like, an obstacle just makes me want to get over there. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to figure out how to get over there. And then it was like, we're under-leveled. And that's difficult, but we're going to do it anyway.
We did that fight a second time, the Agatha Christie fight. I don't think that's her name, but it might as well be.
It might as well be. I know what you mean.
Yeah. We burned that bitch.
Yeah. Well, she was already burned.
You're right.
Technically, we put her out.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, also, I guess I could have said this while I was on my own, and I literally forgot about it until you started talking about your rotator cuff and health stuff. So,
this is a coming out stream.
This is a coming out stream, guys.
This is what
I'm coming out celiac positive.
But actually,
yeah. So yeah, I finally you old stinkies.
Hey, Stinky.
who've been around long may remember that like early on in the podcast life, I was told to go gluten-free for a while because they thought I may have an intolerance. And so they had me try that, and then they had me like try to like reintegrate it in. And at the time I was like, okay, yeah, like it seems fine. Wasn't fine. What?
I just read Callisto's thing. Keep going. Uh-oh. Callisto looking for the 10 Canadian. More not for the hair you lost, but celebrate the head you got along the way. Congrats on 2.5K. Nerds, y'all look so slay.
Thanks, Diva.
Nothing yet, but I'm keeping I haven't tried. I don't.
What?
I haven't even tried like updating a dating profile to like for my bald dating arc.
Yeah.
I don't want.
I'm not touching it until I got some hair back.
I don't want someone who like wants me because I'm bald.
I don't want to be fetishized for my bald.
Objectified for the bald.
Yeah.
But also kind of.
I don't because I don't want to keep the bald.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
If I like I don't hate this, but I don't like it, and I don't plan on keeping it. If I did like it, the way that bald would be my personality on the dating profile, because I'd be like, you need to want me for this.
But the head though.
Head.
But if you can get head, because they're like, I've never blown a bald guy. It's like, I've never been blown as a bald guy.
That's true. First time for everything. Mm-hmm. First bald blowy.
I've never gotten 10 blowjobs as a bald guy, so like I have.
So like I have to for the science.
Mm-hmm. The hair was keeping in the good parts of my personality.
Right.
I can't wait to get toxic.
Well, here's the real secret, guys.
If you have an OnlyFans and need help setting it up, I will take all of them. No.
The secret.
That's what they do though, which is fucking disgusting.
Yeah. The secret that I discovered was that actually the gluten in my body was the binding agent that kept my hair in.
Yep.
And so now I'm gluten-free and bald.
Unrelated, but correlation does cause causation when you want it to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So no more gluten for me, and hopefully that will fix my myriad of health issues that I've been experiencing for 2 years now. Yeah. But it could take up to 6 months to know.
Well, you also didn't you guys have a feeling that like it might be celiac or like gluten intolerance?
Yes, which is why I like stopped doing it for a little bit. I went like gluten free for like a month, and he was like, how do you feel? And I was like, kind of the same. And so he was like, well, how about you try like reintegrating it slowly, and we'll go from there. Trying to identify any problems, and like,
because you can only make one change and you have to keep eating other stuff.
And my gastroenterologist, very nice guy. He's very cool. I like him. He like, listens and doesn't like, he's good. Mm-hmm. But like one of the problems of gastroenterology, why I could never be one, is that like there's not like a clear, concise test for anything. Like everything is like if it comes positive, then like it is for sure positive. But if it's negative, that doesn't mean it's negative. That just means this test didn't find it. Mm-hmm. And like everything is slow. There's no good answer to anything. It's infuriating. And then like they tried to be like, oh, it doesn't like that's not a problem. You gotta like try this, that, and the other. And like as problems continued, then it was like, well, this probably isn't from the celiac. You need to go to a neurologist. You need to go to an optometrist. You need to go to do. And basically I felt like I was going crazy for 2 years, which has been a great time. But yeah, so we're going to see if it fixes it, and I really hope it does.
That'll be exciting. I hope so.
Because it's...
well, at least now that you know, and you can kind of be like, okay, cool, I can adjust and like do it for like longer than a month.
Yeah.
You can like start to see if... Well, and that's just it. It might not be that your life is better. It's just that it's normal. It's not bad. Yeah. Like you're not shitting your brains out or whatever.
I wish that was the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's because like it without going too far down the rabbit hole, like in digestive intestinal issues are like just a tiny part of the problem, because like it's a rampant immune response. So basically like your entire body just starts getting fucking pissed. And everything starts going wrong. Yeah. And then continues to go wrong.
Like, I watched Osmosis Jones, so I kind of have an understanding.
Exactly. You understand.
That movie fucks.
I never watched it.
Really? Bill Murray's in it.
I'm familiar with it. I just never watched it. Yeah.
It's a weird
And that's
scene.
how he gets the osmosis.
Yeah, Jones. But also, it was just very, like, fun and cool. and like everything was nasty.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
Hell yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm not even like sweating like not having gluten, honestly, because like there's so many like good replacements and stuff. Like my ultimate fear was that it was no dairy, or even worse, no dairy and no gluten. I know someone who has that, and I'm like, how do you
eat anything? How
do you survive? Because so many things have dairy in it that you wouldn't even know. So many things have gluten in it, and you tend to know, but like you wouldn't. There's so many things that have dairy that you wouldn't even think. And then like the cross section of like it's got one of the two of them. I'm like, what do you eat? And she's like, I eat a lot of vegetable blends. And I'm like, oh no. Because a lot of
because then you look more like Moby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'm excited to enter my my bald, gluten-free, healthy era.
Mm-hmm. It's so clean. I had to start pure.
Exactly.
In a romantic sense, the twisted rows intertwined in our stories that I participated in yesterday was not the same. Because yesterday I had remembered once again that allegedly, if you had purchased the KFC Double Down, you could get a
early access to Diablo 4.
Early access to Diablo 4. So yesterday, I went out of my way, out of nowhere, to go try the KFC Double Down. And I went into a KFC. I sat down and ate.
Oh, okay.
I've been really into this YouTuber recently, Louis Rockman, I think his name is. He does like right to repair stuff, and like he's fascinating. Yeah. So I was watching a video of his. We have donations. You may read them.
Loop, thank you so much for the $5. Eric out here in his goop era. Listen, hi Diva. I'm just, I'm experiencing life in a new, clean way.
Of course. And oh my God, Sammy the Bumba, knock it off. You got too much time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Here's some money for the two handsome bald boys.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats on 2.5K, but I unfortunately should get back to work. You two make me laugh until I cry, and I can't thank you enough. Keep up the amazing work. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope work goes quickly and smoothly for you.
Yeah. Does gluten-free mean no chicken nuggets? You could have...
Yes, it means no chicken
nuggets. You could have
nuggets.
grilled breast nuggets.
Well, I mean, you can also like do them in like cornmeal or almond flour or cornflakes or whatever you want. But
like, as long as you're just like aware of like the adjustments, I feel like you like, yeah, you can't. And it's like, it's not that you like can't have like a slice of pizza. It's just that you have celiacs. Like a slice of pizza is gonna like, there's a cost with it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
at least from what I understand. Like what does it actually do? If you eat gluten, it
damages your intestines. So like you really shouldn't.
Okay, now I have a better understanding because I'm thinking like lactose intolerant. Lactose. I'm so used to saying when people don't laugh, like they're lactose intolerant, but I'm like, no, lactose.
Yeah, it's more severe than
lactose
than just like an intolerance. Like intolerance is usually just like I'm uncomfortable and I have to like know that like so it's like I can make that choice. Like it's really like doing damage, so like you really shouldn't. But like I'm honestly like I'm not like for a long time I was like, oh God, I hope it's not something like that. But it's like I'm really not sweating it now.
It's just like it's like now that you know, it's like just deal with it.
It's just another thing. Like it's not that big a deal. The only thing that sucks is that like especially at first, in order to like clear out your system, you have to be like really judicious about like not even having like any like levels of cross contamination. So like for quite a while I basically like can't eat out at all. I can eat in though.
Sorry, ladies. Anyway,
but yeah, because like the risk of cross contamination is just like a little bit too much. So yeah, so like I basically like can't eat out until like I get like everything cleared out. At that point, then like depending on the severity of like your like whatever, then like anything that says like may contain gluten, probably not a problem. Like you're probably fine. But like, but kind of at first like you really gotta like be judicious about trying to like get it cleared out because like I've been basically like pissing off my system for as long as I've had it. So like I really gotta like cold turkey.
It's like I wonder what happens if I just like was nice to myself.
Yeah. Also, so Friday was my last gluten day.
Oh yeah, the sandwich was way too much food. It was in I remember a Patton Oswalt like comedy bit that I would hear on Pandora of all places, because I listened to comedy on Pandora because they would shuffle it. And he talks about how like it's an affront to God, it's everything, and all I could think while eating it was, this is too much food.
Right.
Like I thought it would be a lot smaller than
Right.
it was, and like no, it's like two massive, like very tasty chicken breasts.
Yeah.
I didn't get the mayo on it because I don't like mayo, and I would have asked for ranch, but I didn't know if they had it, and I didn't want to get back up.
Yeah.
Because I was also sitting at the KFC as a bald guy.
As a bald.
No one cared.
No one listened.
And I just kind of sat and ate this monstrosity of chicken. And I got literally halfway through it, and I felt like I was going to throw up because it was so much food. Like, I'm like, I feel disgusting. Like, and to be clear, no shame on anybody else, but it was very much of that, like, I feel like I just feel gross because this is so gratuitous. I feel like, in terms of like how much food, that I could only eat like half, and like I ended up just tossing it because I'm like, I don't even want to bring this into my home.
Yeah.
But like, it was good.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't eat it again. I just, because it's also like I bit into it and it was so hot and fresh that like the first thing that happened was like the oil like squeezed up, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Ori, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Gotta head to bowling practice. We gotta see the ball reveal in time. Yes, looking hot AF. Hope the rest of your day, y'all. A great race through your day. Thank you. Have fun bowling.
Have a good time. I can still have pizza and wings. It just has to be gluten-free pizza, and I've already found gluten-free
Wings
pizzas
and
that
pizza.
I like. And wings, as long as you have like the right sauce, like you can have boneless wings. So like yesterday I had wings. I had ATL wings, double checked them. They're gluten-free, and they tasted great.
It takes a small amount of prep work, or like you just gotta look.
But yeah. Also, I'm not really upset about chicken nuggets. I never really eat chicken nuggets. I like them, but I never would like order them. But also, Friday was...
So I'm assuming you also endured the double down.
Friday, one of the last gluten things that I ate
A choice.
in my lifetime
You could have had a thick burger.
was a double down. I had it for lunch, and I enjoyed it.
It was good.
I did like it.
Were you able to finish the whole thing?
Yeah, it was really good. I liked
Damn,
it.
I don't know if maybe I just like wasn't as hungry. Maybe also the fact
It was a lot of food, to be clear. I was also shocked at the size of
like,
it. I
did
was
it
like,
take you a while to finish it? Because I know you eat relatively quick. Because like I felt like I was at this place for a half hour, just fucking trying to eat, and I only could eat half of it. Because it just like it's so unwieldy.
I mean, like I just eat quickly, but it was a lot. It was a lot of food to eat.
A lot of meat.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it was also like that with fries and a drink was like $12.50. Because I was thinking they're small, so I'm like, oh, they're like, do you want a regular or spicy? I was like, let me get like the meal, and I'll just get a regular one, and then like I'll get a spicy one. Because I, for whatever reason in my head, thought they were like small, like that,
right?
Because they're using like a chicken tender, so that makes sense.
It looks like it would be like
it should be $5-6, and it's not that big because you're getting double meat.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's $12 by itself.
And it is wild to think that was almost the last gluten thing I had. I did have a moment after eating it where I was like, I can't let a KFC double down be the last gluten thing I ate. So
you can't double down on it.
I can't. So I did go get orange chicken from the place that I love. And I was like, this is a good way to go out. Because like you can have orange chicken, but not like out, because a lot of them put gluten in it. You can easily make gluten-free orange chicken.
Pretty much anything you want gluten-free.
So it's not my last orange chicken, but it is my last orange chicken from there, and this is the best. So I was like, we're gonna go out on a high. We're gonna go out on orange chicken from my favorite place.
As you should.
I also did get canes before the end.
Yeah.
Once I found out, I was like, I have to get one last Celiac. So I did, and it was delicious. But yeah,
because you can accept it, be like, yeah, no, like this is really good. I'm fine with not having it again.
Yeah, I mean, once I found out that was like what it was going to be, I was like, okay, we're going to get a couple of the hits in, and then we're going to like start the new life. So like, I made sure I got a little Caesar's deep dish.
I'm going to damage my internal organs a little bit more,
but no more than I already have for 2 years, though.
And I would have done it no matter what. Yeah. And yeah, did you act like a prince this week? Most definitely. In terms of, I'm assuming like just getting everything. You gotta knock them all out.
We're gonna have canes. We're gonna have little Caesar's deep dish. We're gonna have little Caesar's Italian cheese bread. We're gonna have to get a KFC double we're gonna have to get one last Monster Angus thick burger with a bun. Like
because we don't want to lettuce wrap that thick burger.
Bip, bip, bop. We had to go down the list. So
you can, but like I didn't even think like Carl's Jr. will go. Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
I feel like Carl's Jr. If you said, "Can I get a Monster Angus thick burger, protein style?" Like I genuinely feel like they'd call you a pussy.
Well, I don't ask them.
I
put in the little order.
The person they would when you go to the drive, they go, "I have an online order." They'd go,
"Oh, the order for the pussy."
Exactly it. They toxic masculinity you because it's like what.
I think that's cruel to say that Carl's. I don't think Carl's Jr. is cruel. Like I don't think they have.
Have you seen the look that the little star has?
No.
Absolutely, is this shit starter.
Here's the deal: Carl's Jr. is not a toxic masculinity. Hardee's is though.
Oh, you're right.
East of Mississippi.
Hardee's is like. Woo. Hardee's is that alt-right troll of fast food places.
They're the evil twin of Carl's Jr.
They're the like I'm just asking questions.
They really are.
Of fast food
Hardee's
places.
is just asking questions.
What are you talking about? We're a green burrito as well. See?
Oh my God.
But they don't want to talk about it.
They don't want to talk about
Monsanto. Explain.
Yes, you can do that, Chloe. But you're just kind of like I said, like because of cross contamination, I gotta like not do that for a while. But believe me, that will happen in the future.
Yeah, as it should. Well, cross contamination. Do you know what the danger zone is in terms of food prep?
I'm very aware.
Did you get your Arizona food service license at any point?
No, because I worked retail, not food.
Must be nice.
Well, I mean, I also worked grocery, but
yeah,
I never worked
food
preparation.
I had to get my food handler's card, and I remember I was like dealing with shit with my mom, and I don't remember why I had to get my food service handler's card because I guess I technically needed it to work in the deli, but also like I feel like I just worked in the deli. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember if I was above board, and I don't know if I want to be, quite frankly.
Listen, it's a little more fun under the board.
Yeah.
More things to play with down there.
A little bit.
This table's going to go up 8 inches. Now that we're bald.
Yeah. That was the first thing I noticed was the massive amount of girth and length to my cock once I was bald.
Yeah. My first bald erection, painted the ceiling.
I really stepped out of the shower after trying to dry my hair.
And looked at your pee-pee?
Well, I just looked at my body and I was like...
Instant boner.
No. But like being bald... Do you know in The Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
How there's a little bug man who runs the scrapyard? I step out of the shower. My towel is so heavy on my head. And my first thought when I see myself bald is that I look like I'm selling Anakin Skywalker for less than I paid for him. You can't say that. Yes, I can. It's me. Me to me. You can't do this to me. Just like I'm not standing up straight or anything. I'm still like I'm like slouched. I'm like I can't even see my junk or anything. So it's not even like that. It's just like my energy, which I believe was the picture I sent you. Did I send you the picture of me that was like this? Like yes. You can't tell me you're Greedo. I could show this, right? There's no nudity.
There's male presenting nipple.
No.
We already did that. Oh no! Oh my God, not Greedo.
Which like this looks like a white supremacist like pre-prison shot.
Yeah.
This is in like
That
making
looks
a murderer documentary. Like that's one of the pictures that are like they clearly like photoshopped it out of a Polaroid.
That was you prepping for your first meeting.
Yeah, that was truly.
Oh no! Oh no! I think his name's Greedo.
You okay?
Not this.
Did I get you good?
I've heard that. It was too much.
Man.
It was far too much.
I mean, honestly, depending on the angle, sometimes, like, have you noticed that you, like, if you take any pictures that, like, it's a totally different person every picture?
Take pictures.
You should. It's fun.
I'm
like, who's this? Odie Sins? Damn.
I took like the one, and then I sent it to you.
And the one that you sent me, I, like, looked at it, and I'm like, based on how you, like, look in this, I'm like, did he face that? I'm like, he's bald. I believe you. But I'm like, there's not enough grain in this picture.
Not enough grit.
You gotta go with the grain, not against it.
Yeah.
His name is Watto, not Greedo. Watto.
Oh, who's Greedo? Right. Oh, Greedo's the one that Han shot first.
Which was like, remember that time that Han just straight up killed a guy?
I don't. Why should anyone be shocked by that?
Why does he have to kill people?
Because he's a mercenary.
But then why don't they criticize him for it?
Well, no, people did, which is why then George Lucas went, oh, no, wait, never mind.
He's fine.
Yeah.
So why are we just playing, like, tag with guns?
Do we touch the bald? Feels like mine.
Same, but different.
Same, but different. Yeah.
Spiny Dogfish, thank you for the $2. Good times, some boys. How's the smooth this feeling?
Not very smooth.
No, actually very like
very not
scritchy.
Smooth, as a matter of fact.
Like if anything, it feels like does my head look textured? Because it is.
It is.
It does feel weird because like you look at yourself and like, do you still sometimes have that like thought that like you still have hair for like a like it's like not even like a wishful thing, but just like you go to look in the mirror and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm bald. Like there's that split second where you just forget because you're so used to not seeing it.
Yeah, it's like it's not even so much that I think like I've got hair up there. It's just like I've always had hair, so I just don't think anything of it. And then I look and I'm like, oh no, hair gone. Hair gone.
God, although I will say every time I do end up like looking in the mirror, I do start like cheesing to myself. Like it's at least so far it's still funny. Like to me, like which was the whole point is like we just thought it would be fun. And you made a good point. Like if you ever had to go bald for whatever reason, it's like you got no hair. This has gone on too long now.
Oh my God.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Talking about like it's if you ever have to like
if you ever have to go bald, like because you got to do it by choice, basically. Like fuck it, just do it. It's like okay, cool. Like if I ever had to go bald for whatever reason, like suddenly got conscripted into World War III, and like now you got to go bald because like let's go.
Right.
It's like okay.
Well, I mean, it's also like,
oh no, I hope I don't have to fight BTS in World War III.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's
what if we make out for peace?
No, but I mean, like like there's that fear there of like losing your hair or whatever, and so it was like that's always been there. As it was like, oh God, what if someday I lose my hair and I have to go bald? Oh God,
or like thinning.
Yeah, and so then to finally just be like, I'm just going to see what it looks like. And then be like, do I want to keep it like this? No. But if something happened and I was like this for the rest of my life.
Or like if suddenly like either like the day finally came where like you just don't grow back a full head of hair and it's going to start to look bad. Like, okay, cool. We'll just go bald because like we're going to be there anyway. I've already done it. I'm just going to get used to it.
Yeah.
Or like God forbid, like you get in like an accident or something, something of like a capacity where it's like, well, we had to shave part of your head. It's like, oh, we'll just shave the whole thing. Yeah, we're fine.
I mean, unless you shave just the sides, because then I could just do like a side thing with like.
It'd be fun. Yeah. I mean, just shave the top.
You understand?
And just let the sides grow.
Right.
Yeah. The friar look. Bless you, Baldipus. Thank you.
Bold.
Bold. The ghost of a right-wing podcaster was exiting Odie's body when I tried to Say thing. Have a good one, Demon for Hire. Thanks for hanging out. Mm-hmm. Please don't hit the mic again.
I didn't hit the mic.
I guess I did.
Oh.
But don't. So I apologize, Tiny Sparrow.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
I will say. Can I be raw and real with you?
I'd love it if you would.
As someone who has vehemently felt uncomfortable at the idea of anybody calling me daddy.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, I'm not.
I'm not daddy. I'm baby.
No. Yes. Well, like, quite literally, like, TMI here, but, like, Tyler once was like, oh, yeah, like, do you want to be called daddy? And I said, do not ever say that to me again. Like, please don't. That's so viscerally uncomfortable.
You're just airing Tyler's business.
That's fine. Well, I'm airing my business. She said it to me.
Right, but you didn't have to say Tyler asked. You could have said, like,
you wouldn't know who I was talking about.
Someone asked me.
Who else would have asked?
You've had other...
Name one. Well, don't.
I would, but
Yeah,
I'm not going
fair.
to because I'm
it doesn't
not
matter. She doesn't know.
It's already happened. She doesn't know I'm
Who?
the proud Prince of Daddy.
Who are we talking about? Not that I know of. So not Tyler, to be clear.
Someone once asked.
This was very early on in our relationship.
Steve.
And to be clear, we were at Red Robin. I'm pretty sure. Like.
She asked at Red Robin?
Well, she just
across the table.
I think she was definitely trying to be a shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we weren't in the middle of fucking, and then.
But you didn't give any of this context.
I did because I didn't think I needed to give more context. You know that, like, you and I go to Red Robin.
I know.
Do I have to preface everything?
There's
with, like,
viewers who don't know.
Hello, I was not naked and performing coitus. I was at a Red Robin naked and performing coitus.
You did tell them about the time when you two were naked and performing coitus.
I'm nailing you. You're nailing me.
You're nailing
because
me.
that would make sense. That wouldn't make sense to say in a Red Robin.
Well, we've said it in a Red Robin.
Yeah, but the context, we weren't naked and having sex in the Red Robin.
But you didn't provide context.
I understand. I apologize, and I will.
Right, you're sitting in a Red Robin, and she says, "Yo, you want to be daddy?"
She was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Whatever, daddy." And I said, "Please don't. I can't.
Right.
I can't even pretend for a brief moment."
Of course.
But then
now that you're bald,
waking up bald,
right?
And I have to go grab my water, so I like swing over and I have the mirrors because it adds more light.
Daddy's in the mirror.
And I went, "Oh, I could be daddy now."
That part.
And then I went, "I don't like this power."
It's a dangerous weapon.
Do you feel the intoxicating siren call of, like, the energy of the bald?
It is an energy.
Like, I'm memeing, but there's also this weird, like, why has it shot up my own entitled sense of self-confidence?
There is a...
Like, all of my self-doubt was in my hair.
Okay, so here's the thing. If we're getting down to brass
like, because that's the point I'm trying to make here, to be clear. I know this was a very weird bit, but, like...
If we're getting down to brass tacks,
mm-hmm.
It's not the fact that I'm bald. Because, to circle back, I don't think this is the best I've ever looked.
Mm-mm.
But the fact that in a moment of sheer power and confidence, I was just like, nope, right this second we're doing it. And just did it. I've been riding the high of that energy of just like, it's my head and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Mm-hmm. That's where the confidence came from, was from the decision, not from the bald. But seeing the bald reminds me of the decision and brings me power. It
conflates the two. Mm-hmm. Which at what point, like, you could divide it, but it also doesn't even really matter where it necessarily derives from.
Right.
But, like, look, you know what? I'm not going to make that joke. I'm going to think before I speak.
Okay.
Because it is funny, but also I don't want to have to be like, to be clear, I don't mean this. So, but all I can say is that when there are two bald men inside you.
Right.
One is good, one is evil.
Yes.
And all I'm saying is I have sympathy for my bald brothers who choose the wrong path. Because they shouldn't. Sympathy in terms of don't ever do it, ever. And you're the worst.
Okay. Yeah.
Because now that you're bald, you can do anything. Jeff Bezos is bald and he went to space and wore a cowboy hat.
So he wasn't really bald.
We've never had a bald man in space. Have we had a bald man in space?
I am absolutely certain we have had a bald man in space.
Name one bald man in space.
Bald man. That's his nickname. That's what we call him. He asked us to call him that.
Oh, was that at the last bald
At the bald meeting.
Yeah. In the bald room?
Well, we had our call.
Yeah, the bald.
Yeah.
We got the phone bald.
Phone bald.
Oh, it's so good. Damn, Odie, you out here with 2 bald men inside you.
This is why he's not daddy.
That's why they call me the gutter. Like a bowling alley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I haven't been called bowling ball yet.
Who would call you that?
Kids.
Well,
At least that's what I thought you would call bald people when I was a kid. Like, I always thought it was shitty.
I didn't call people when I was a kid.
I was never a kid.
I didn't have a phone.
I was born at 26.
I wrote letters to strangers and handed it to them in the street.
Mm-hmm. I said, I hope this doesn't find you well.
And said, suck it, cue ball.
Threatening. Like, bald threatening. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got rid of the faulty splits in Fortnite. I'm sad.
You talked about it last time.
I know.
I don't mean to say that to invalidate you.
No. I know. I like, as soon as I said it, I'm like, I know I've said this before, but like, I do just also would like to reiterate for my fans out there that like, I recognize.
Fans.
Yeah. I have some Fortnite fans in chat.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I see Moxie. There's one, but.
Fortnite fan in chat.
Mm-hmm. Yo, if you go to Fortnite in chat, fan up.
Fanta.
I know they did. And so there's this smash sign that says the faulty splits, like from where it roughly was.
Oh.
Because Mega City's there now. And I'm just like, it's not the same.
Mega City.
Hell, you're a Fortnite fan? I love that for you.
That's cool.
Yeah. It is definitely one of those games where I'm like, I have no interest in telling anybody else to play it necessarily.
Okay.
Because sometimes people, when they want you to play that game that they're playing, they're like, you need to play so much.
Sal just called it Fortnite.
I've never beat up somebody as a bald guy.
Sal, you're my favorite.
Sal, you're the worst.
You're my favorite, Sal.
There's 2 Sals inside of you. One is the one that you enjoy.
One is Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Sal, can I still get uppies even though I'm bald? Am I allowed to have bald uppies?
We are like Brian. Either one.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought you meant Brian from high school. Mm-mm. And I'm like, we're not like
We're
him.
not a piece of shit.
We've never been like that.
He straight up when I was dating Melissa in high school.
Ooh.
She let me wear her color guard jacket one day. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess also I'm sure for gender roles, it's weird to wear your girlfriend's jacket, but like, it looked cute. Also, like Cobra Starship was a big thing, so you could wear whatever you want. And if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Fangs
up. For Cobra Starship.
Yes.
Snakes on a plane.
Yes, Hunty.
I was there.
You understand
when the first
and
rock
he goes,
was thrown.
You know what he says to me.
Oh, I know what he said to you.
He goes, "Wow, yeah, you really look like an F slur in that."
Yeah.
And I went, "Thanks, man.
Yeah.
You're kind of an asshole."
He was a real prick.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you about? I'll tell you offline.
We'll ditch that last bit.
Yeah,
I had other commentary, and I'm like,
I'll tell you offline.
He's
him.
Yeah. Well, that also then reminds me that, like, do you remember Elise?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that I went to, like, a homecoming dance with her?
Yeah. You told me.
Yeah. It was weird. I was very dumb. I did not understand. But also being in the English class that I had, you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
I remember enjoying that class so much because, do you want to know why she was a good teacher?
I'd love to know.
Because it was the only time where, like, she enjoyed, like, a teacher enjoyed that, like, I'm like, I like to read. Like, and I can read quickly. And, like, yeah, y'all can, like, read as a class, but, like, I'm 3 chapters ahead. Because, like, I give a shit. Like, I'm interested and this is taking too long.
Yeah.
And because of that, I never got called on to read because she knew that I wasn't even in the right chapter paying attention, and she never once made me feel bad about it. I was only ever, like, essentially rewarded for, like, oh yeah, awesome, hell yeah, like getting a head start on stuff, because I'm like, which then reminds me, I believe for her class over the summer homework,
yeah,
we had to read The Invisible Man,
Yes.
which
Oh, you read the wrong one, didn't you?
I read.
The same thing.
I read and did a report. The guy who turns himself invisible, and not like, you know, the socioeconomic, like, racial plight book that it was supposed to be. And I was like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to write this essay. Like, it's very hard, which, like, I'm like, way to take a incredibly strange critical look at The Invisible Man.
Right.
Um,
By H.G. Wells.
but I'm glad that you also did that. I feel like, actually, right now, I do feel a little bit of, like, vindication for, like, I wasn't the only person that fucked up.
I didn't get all the way to the report stage, but I did read all of it and then read the homework and went, I think I've missed something.
So you go to Barnes & Noble and it's like, I need The Invisible Man.
Right. And then I realized, I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read the real one.
Yeah.
Well, the correct one. They're both real.
Yeah, they're both real. Hi, Evie.
Hello.
How was San Francisco?
San Francisco.
Sal, would you give me uppies? I mean, I don't know.
He
Sal.
said no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like 200 pounds, and Sal got beautiful arms, beautiful face,
Juicy arms.
big, fat, juicy, magical fey arms.
He is an alpha Pokemon.
You know what? Sal is an alpha.
Sal's
Pokemon.
a juicy alpha Pokemon. Sal could.
What Pokemon would Sal be?
The evolution of the frog.
Greninja?
No.
Seismitoad.
No. Why are you hurting him like that? Why would you call her Seismitoad and I love Sal.
Choose other
I would
frogs.
never say Sal.
You can
looks
correct
like
me at any time.
The Sobble one.
Oh,
when it turns into a spy.
Inteleon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Sal's
Yeah.
a sexy little spy man.
Yeah.
Little Geico the Gecko. Mm-hmm. He was
Little water finger guns.
Yeah, I did like that one.
Yeah.
I did. They finally released the DLC that they're going to be doing or they announced that they're going to be doing DLC for Pokemon.
Suicune and the other.
Yeah, well, that already came out. Yeah, which I have.
Yeah.
I have the Suicune. I didn't get the future Virizion, but the Suicune looks really cool.
The Suicune looks.
Suicune.
Suicune looks.
A Suicune pie.
The Virizion looks basically the same. Most of them.
All of the future ones kind of look.
It's just Five Nights at Virizion.
Like the only future ones, in my opinion, that look good because they're basically just robot is the. I forget. I think it's Iron Valiant, but it's the one that is basically Gardevoir and Gallade.
Yeah,
because they're a gender evolution now, which is how they should have been. And also, real talk, Odie, I absolutely could give you uppies. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to like imply that you were weak. I just meant like I feel like I am heavy and it is difficult to give me an appropriate amount of uppies, and I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. So, yeah, Iron Valiant, and then I think Iron Moth, it's the big moth one.
Yeah.
I forget what the actual Pokemon is.
It's not Venomoth.
It's Larvesta evolves into the big. It's like a pseudo legendary. It was really cool to get in black and white. Anyway, that one like looks cool because it's got like triangle for its like flame wings. There's Slitherwing, which is the ancient one. But yeah, other than that, like all of them just kind of like are mid.
Yeah, all the
prehistoric ones got like all the cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Volcarona, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Volcarona.
So. Thanksgiving. 5 Nights in Viridian City. That's funny.
That part. It was never not. I literally just forgot to say. Oh, it was never not Thanksgiving. That was what I was trying to say.
It was never not. It's always has been.
Always has been Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Good night, Ion. I'll mod you when I'm able to, but like I couldn't right now. So you'll have to remember. Ion's now one of my mods on Discord and my Twitch, and they're like, "Can I be mod?" And I'm like, "The hype mod is a higher tier mod. You got to earn it, and by earn it, we have to have done a live stream." And I realized,
you have to invest.
You have to tell me that I needed to mod you, but you should have done that before the stream.
Well, first you have to pledge.
Yes, the alpha beta.
Yeah, and then we need like
alpha beta Kai.
We need some investment, and need a little bit of tribute.
Pay tribute to the bald.
That part.
I do feel like I look like Dr. Eggman.
No. Unless you want to.
I mean, I kind of do.
Well, if you were to hold up a little Mr. Eggman mustache.
What is this? I feel like... What are your thoughts on my mustache? Because, like, I'll be honest, the reason why I did shave and I even went through all this bleeding is because when I just had my goatee, I looked like a white supremacist, and I said, I cannot show this. Yeah. I don't like... I'm like... I had, like... for my own avant-garde, I turned on the nightlight and it was orange, and I'm like, I literally just look like American History X right now. I need to get back in the shower and keep shaving. And that's quite literally what I did, and I switched to a different light.
Yeah.
I was not here for it.
If I shaved to just a goatee, I would look very much like my cousin.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you said your mom made that comment?
I sent a picture of my bald-ass head-looking ass to my mother and father. And I said, lol, I'm bald. And my mom, like, out the gate, well, actually, her first thing was, did you at least get paid to do it?
Odie's amen, like, thank you, Luke, for the $5.
That was her first
Did you get paid? Which, no.
Right.
We did because we thought we weren't joking anymore.
Not joking anymore. And then her second comment was, you look like your cousin, Michael. And I was like...
The thief.
I was like, Mom, I'm in a fragile state. I'm riding high. Why would you cut me down like that? And then she's like, no, it looks good. You just kind of look like your cousin Michael. And I was like, Mom, please. And then my dad was basically like, told you your head looked fine.
No complaints. Yeah. Would you ever like to be like Michael? Matt says hello. Matt P. from work.
Oh!
I saw him and I got to have like a whole conversation.
I love Matt.
Yeah, I just happened to see him when I was in, and then like my Adderall had hit. Hell and yeah. I was like, yeah, he's like, well, what's been going on with you? I'm like, yeah, I'm getting excited. I actually have to go to Oklahoma soon. And he's like, oh, really? What's going on? And I'm like, here's a weirdly in-depth summary of my like sister's relationship. And then he goes, yeah. He's like, well, I got a meeting I have to run to. I'm going to be a few minutes late. Like, but like he was like, it was very like nice. And I'm like, cool.
That's very
He's
sweet.
not mad about the Matt Mike thing.
He won't tell you he's mad.
You right. Moxie, thank you for the $2. Odie, can we get the Megamind no bitches pose, please? Wait, no bitches. Do you mean the no cream pies?
What is the no?
So like,
oh, is that picture where you're like, or whatever?
Well, do you know the Megamind meme, no bitches?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, where it's just like, no bitch. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's like.
I gotta piss while you.
No bitches.
Well, you attempt to no bitch.
I'm no bitching it. All right, have fun, pee.
I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Do you want to poop?
No.
Okay.
I'm good. I already did.
Pre-poop. Yeah. Yep. Odie is my personal muse. Anything for you, Miss Moxie? I don't know what they're called, but it doesn't have a face, but you can pose it. Moxie, you can do whatever you want to my body. There you go. You're welcome. Go piss, girl. So what's new? What's going on in chat? I can't see it. I'm cross-eyed. Oh, man. Nah, I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. Yes, there. No, you guys are good. You guys aren't in trouble. I hope you guys are having fun. This is going to be like in lieu of an episode. So, Roast Cat, thank you so much for the $10. Would the two of you ever do Pokemon Soul Nuzlocke? That's where you have two players, and if one Pokemon faints on one team, then the other player's matching Pokemon also faints. Which gen? I'd have to get Eric set up on like an emulator, but we totally could. That would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. I do like Pokemon. I do love Pokemon. Can you make more weird emojis? Yes. And we have on my Discord server, where we also have hype stuff, we have so many emoji slots, like so many, and we also still have a lot of sticker spots, and we're probably going to clean up a lot of the stickers because they're like, they were one-off memes in VC, so like they're not necessary, and like we don't really use them. So like all you guys have to do is just submit them, and we'll get around to it. So, you know, there's more than enough to go around. Hunty. Mm-hmm. You spooked your roommate by being awake before noon? Wild, Sal. You're wild. Rose Cat had sent us $10. Would the two of you ever do a Pokemon Soul Nuzlocke? Which means that when you have, like, we have two, like, we're both doing a Nuzlocke of the same game.
Okay.
And because, like, the Nuzlocke rule is that if a Pokemon faints, it's dead. Okay. So yeah. But that, like, when we each are in a route and we catch a Pokemon, those Pokemon are now bonded by soul. So, like, if in my game, my Bidoof dies, I have to go, hey, my Bidoof died, I'm sorry. And then you have to go and, like, basically kill my Pokemon. Kill your Pokemon, yeah.
I mean, I'm down to do it. I will need constant advice.
Yes.
Or all of your Pokemon will die because I'm not a Pokemon player.
Like, I'd have to, like, help you get, like, what I would probably do is just, like, make a copy of the emulator and the file and just put it on a thumb drive and be like, here you go. That way you could just, like, run it without having to, like, go through of, like, how to do it, because I don't think you're really well-versed in, like, ROMs and stuff. Which is not, it's not too hard. But, like, could be fun. So if there is a Pokemon game, because I'm like, oh, because, like, the GBA ones are a lot easier to run. Like, I wouldn't want to do, like, a GBA one. But if you wanted to stick with your 150, could always do, like, Fire Red, Leaf Green.
I'll do whichever ones. I don't care.
There's some really fun ones. Like,
I'm most familiar with Gen 1, but I'm not actually a Gen 1er.
Because, like, when they were saying on the DS, we'd have to use a DS emulator, but that wouldn't really be a big deal. We could do a Heart Gold Soul Silver as long as I can get the ROMs legally, of course. I would never do anything illegal.
Do you remember so long ago?
Yes.
Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Yes, those were one of the best games, hands down.
Oh, I meant, do you, in the video, Fireball and Svedka, Heart Gold Soul Silver?
No, I don't remember that. That's very funny, though. Finney, thank you for the $5. Hey, just a quick question. I sent out a package about a week ago, and I was wondering if y'all had gotten anything or heard anything about that. I will go check the post office on my way home. I haven't checked. We haven't recorded on, like, a not Sunday, so, like,
we only know what's in it when we go. They don't, like, give us, like, an update letting us know something.
Or, like, I get an email every day, but, like, it doesn't actually say anything. Like, it's you have something coming, and it's only, like, registered mail.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't tell me that there's actually, like, a thing. Yeah. So... Oh, on a Soul Link, you can only have, like, one Pokemon per typing. So out of the 12, none can have the same primary typing, I think. Oh, okay. We'd have to look up the rules and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But, no, Heart Gold Soul Silver is fun because it's one of the few ones where your Pokemon follow you, whoever's in your lead spot. I'm like, you could have a big boy if you want. And plus, like, it's fun. But then, like, it's like you can grind, but at a risk. It's hard. Hell yeah. All right, bye, Mims. Thanks for hanging out.
Goodbye, Mims. I feel like I'm getting heartburn.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I haven't eaten anything and all I've had is caffeinated, carbonated beverages.
That's possible.
That could also be why I took almost the longest piss of my fucking life, because I've literally only had diuretics.
That's true. I'm trying to think if I ate anything. I mean, I had that Frappuccino.
I was going to eat, and then I just didn't. I will, but I didn't.
Because I was like, oh, we could go get breakfast, but then you're like, oh, I'm celiac, and I'm like, oh, well, that's like,
yeah, I kind of
you need a little bit more prep time. You can't impromptu.
I basically can't. Like I said, I basically can't eat out for like a couple months,
or at least until, like, if we do want to eat out, bet you have to, like, we do need a little bit of advance notice. So it's like, hey, if we want, like, I don't think you've ever really looked at the menu to specifically look at the gluten-free options and see if that aligns with things that you would like to eat. So you have to go and, like, do that and almost, like, have a little book of, like, what you can eat where, so that, like, if someone's like, where do you want to eat? It's like, So we can go out, and here's some places.
Well, we'll get to that point.
But you're not even allowed
But for
to
a couple months, like, you really have to be careful about, like, cross-contamination stuff. So if you're there, even if, like, it is gluten-free, like, you can get a gluten-free burger at Carl's Jr., for example. Like, you know, like, they'll lettuce wrap it for you, but they're probably using the same gloves and surface that they're grabbing buns and putting it on a burger. Then they grab your lettuce and put it on the burger. Yeah.
Like, they specifically grab that little bottle that says the gluten, and then they just, yeah.
It's just for, like, the beginning when, like, you're really, like, hypersensitive, which is where I'm at right now.
You're basically like, hey, so we're going to want you to, like, wipe the slate clean. So, like, be super mindful of that and, like, truly do it. Because then you will start to see if you do have it. Like, you could taste that it was like, it's almost like, cool, the thing I got was cross-contaminated because now I'm sick. Or now I'm in, pain.
In pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so for a little bit, I'm just kind of not eating out. It's cool.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I understand.
Which, like, honestly, it saves money.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I'm excited because I think I don't remember where I was going with that. Okay. Like, I am excited, but then I was like, oh, I should just, like, this thing that I'm excited about, like, I should just go ahead and do it and then talk about, like, I'm excited. It's a purchase I want to make.
Okay.
That I'm, like, working up the courage to make because it is larger than, like, $40. And for whatever reason, brain goes, I don't know about all that. Which I don't know why it does. Like, why brain? America. It's broken.
It's a classic question.
It's brain.
Do you ever think about the fact that your brain is asking, why brain?
Brain.
Your brain has the capacity to think about itself. Why brain?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this whole time your name was Brain.
Oh.
It's Brian. I'm just dyslexic. My bad.
Do you think...
No.
When you think...
No.
When others think...
Yes. Now a thing I relate to.
Do you think about yourself as a holistic situation or as a brain? So if I was to ask you, where are you in relation to your skeleton? Would you say there's a skeleton inside me, or would you say I am inside a skeleton?
There's a skeleton inside me, but I also do view, like, I am up here.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Because I'm like,
right.
Because my eyes are up here.
Of course.
The eyes are down here, ladies. But, like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, that is kind of how I view it. Like, right. I am here. This is my body, but this is all kind of like an extension of myself. Like, there's a skeleton inside of me. I am the epidermis.
Yeah.
The odidermis.
Yeah. Like, I think about myself in terms of there's a skeleton inside.
I don't know why I feel like there's a right answer now. Like, I gave you the wrong answer.
No, there isn't. I think about myself the same way. I think about myself as, like, there's a skeleton inside me. But in theory, that thought is coming from my brain. So really, my brain should be saying, I am inside a skeleton.
Skeleton's kind of like an exoskeleton.
Except it's endo because it's under skin.
Oh, yeah. Endodermis skeleton. Faith Devon, thank you so much for the 7 Canadian. Much. Tomorrow is my birthday. May I get a happy birthday from the Bald Boys? No. No, that's not true. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. Oh, man, the first bald booyah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
I hope you have a wonderful birthday.
I hope it's great and bright.
I hope like it's as bald as we are.
Bald as
which is quite bald, but not completely because the hair is growing back and we didn't shave it perfectly smooth. I mean,
yeah,
how could you?
I think the only way you could get truly perfectly bald really is through like wax and like no, like you continue to shave it every day.
Yeah.
Like, it is nice that, like, because when I got out of the shower, like, so, as my sister has pointed out to me, one of my quote-unquote, and she keeps using the word tick, and I do not like it because it makes it more serious, it makes me become aware of it and change and grow, and that's really great of her, but also, it hurts my feelings.
Have you expressed this to her?
Yes.
And does she continue to say it?
She does not care.
I don't love that for you.
No. I don't know if I've fully expressed it. But also I'm like, I know she's right. I'm just like, you don't have to say it's a tig.
Well, is it right though? I mean, like, it's just a word, and you
It-
prefer not having it said as that word. So, like,
But
it's
it's
no less
also-
descriptive to call it something else.
That's true, but also by calling it tick, I then now am, because I don't like it and taking it more seriously, and I'm not brushing it. Like,
But do you feel the need to change said tick?
yes,
Okay.
like it's one of those, like, I guess I'm trying to express, like, I am viewing that statement from both sides at the same time,
Both
like that
wolves.
dichotomy. Yeah, both wolves.
Both wolves
They're
are
both
looking at
gay.
the statement.
Moon.
Right.
The wolf. My wolf name is Moon. But like, I'm like, don't say that, because like I don't have a tick. I'm fine.
Right.
But also like, I'm the same person where I'm like, well, it's like there's something like up. Like, please say something.
Right.
But don't say it like
something.
Don't say it like that. You understand.
Yeah.
And it's a good time. But she's like, one thing you've been doing is, she's like, you run your hand through your hair, like you'll play with your hair constantly, like when I'm talking, and I'm like, well, yeah, I got like idle hands,
Right.
Like,
Devil's workshop.
I got to do things. She goes, yeah. She goes, well, you've been doing it a lot less, and I'm like,
I wonder why.
Cece. I'm like, because like the truth is I don't want to pet my head all the time.
It feels bad.
No. But then I noticed when I like, because like I'll like scratch my head and stuff, and I realize that, so like I guess to kind of like describe
Susan's
a little
gone,
bit
Moxie.
of
It's
what
Neil
it's
now.
like with like ADHD, and like, which I use as like a, not in a TikTok way where I'm about to diagnose you. Like, this is purely for me, and just something that I have kind of come to notice is that like, I don't normally notice it affect me all the time, and I always sometimes get worried about calling it out, because I'm like, I don't want this to come off like an excuse. Like, whenever I talk about my ADHD, it's always from the point of view of like explanation of like, I'm aware, like I'll try to, whatever. Like, I don't want to like sit there and keep fucking with my hair, but it really is like, I don't necessarily realize I'm doing it. Like not Tyler would get really mad when we were in the car. And in my new car, I had like the little like button so that you push it and you can move the automatic like gear. I'd sit there and just click a click. You've been in the car with me, I'm sure you hear it. But she would be in the car with me all the time, and she goes, "Can you stop?" And I went, "Oh, what?"
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I hear it. It's like I hear the noise, because like, okay, that's a repetitive noise that's going, so it's just like, it's the background for me. I don't recognize that like I'm doing it until she says it, and I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. And then same thing when like I watch podcast episodes, and I'm like how many times has Odie's hands been still, even in this live stream? Spoiler alert, it's difficult. But I also am like, it doesn't really like affect me negatively in terms of like, no one's ever like, it's never been so annoying that someone's called me out until my sister, because like, I'm like, just keep playing with my hair. And so like, I'll like scratch my head sometimes. And that's one thing, is that like, especially like muscle, or like if my meds, like if I accidentally like maybe take too much of my meds, or like my meds just hit right that day, I clench a lot. And so like, I will stay in one position for a lot longer than I should, and have weird back pain. And it's like, why? And it's like, well, I needed to pee a couple hours ago, and I wanted to finish this thing, and then I didn't earn a pee for 3 hours. And it's like, that's not okay. You should go pee. And I'm like, no, I know that. And if I really had to pee, like truly, like I just get up.
Right.
But like, it is funny how your brain just goes, you haven't.
Arbitrary boundary.
Because it's like, oh, fuck, I want to just get this done. Because now that I have to pee, that's like a deadline. And I'm like, well, I need to get everything done. Yeah. So all of that to say, when I shaved my head, I was like, oh, I can see all these like red spots. I don't know if you felt similar, which now like I don't think are there really. They've toned down, probably because less agitation. But I'm like, those are probably all spots that I like scratch, like, because I know like especially like right up here, like I'll see it sometimes where I'm like, oh yeah, like you could tell that like I scratch my head all the time, because like, I've picked scabs and shit just because it's like whatever. And I'm like, oh, this would be kind of nice. Maybe that'll help like prevent that from like being a thing I keep doing, because like I don't like touching my head, not like in a bad way, but just like there's no satisfaction to this. It's loud.
Yeah, I scratched my head without thinking anything of it when I had hair. Not like often, but like whenever I did, I just didn't think anything of it. Like I think more about like, because you don't see the skin. Like I would think more about it if I was like, if I like scratched on my arm or something, because like my skin's gonna go red immediately.
Yeah.
I don't think about it when it's like under hair. So then I like, as soon as like I had an itch and I was like, I have no hair, I was like, I can't scratch, it's gonna go red and that's gonna look weird. So then I was like, I'll just like tap it, and it works. But yeah.
Like I did like putting the coconut oil on because I liked looking shiny.
Yeah.
But then like your head's just like shiny and like greasy is not the right word.
Yeah.
But it's slick.
Yeah.
And then like so I went to lay down and I'm like, I could still feel that I'm slick.
I know. When I immediately thought about it, I was like, I don't want to put like my juicy head on my pillow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could see my pillow.
So what I did when I went to bed, like when I went to go to bed, I actually picked up my towel and kind of like patted my head
the head
down.
Same.
Yeah. Just to make it a little bit easier. Hi, Kitty Rose. Hi, Ether. Yeah. You ever procrastinate for so long that you forget you need to? Yeah.
Yeah.
On Kettle brand potato chips, their bags advertise something called a tater tracker. It does not, in fact, track individual potatoes. Then what does it track?
Can I just take a minute?
Yeah.
I love Kettle brand salt and pepper chips so much.
Really?
So much.
Like from
So
Jimmy
good.
John's?
No. Kettle, specifically Kettle brand.
Oh, Kettle brand. Either way.
I know you don't care for Kettle chips.
Well, it's just they're so hard.
Yeah.
Like my teeth hurt.
Yeah. Now that my teeth are, I had similar problems when in a different time in my life when my teeth were not in and they were more sensitive. But now that they've like cooled out,
I've had a lot of things I've been
good.
able to eat, which is nice. Like a lot of it was when I got my wisdom teeth out, because like my swallowing thing for the longest time. Like I distinctly remember crying in a Chipotle because I chewed the same piece of a bite for like 20 minutes and it was literally just like gruel in my mouth and I could not swallow it. And I'm like, because I was eating alone. And I'm like, this is hell.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, got my wisdom teeth out and I'm like, oh. One of those, I cannot scientifically prove this, and so people will call bullshit. But to me, once I got those out, it's like it opened up the ability to like swallow more comfortably. And like, I don't know why I'm picturing Taylor being like a doubter. I think Taylor wants to doubt anything that you want to bring up if she can sense that like it's a feeling you have and not necessarily something you can back up.
Well, I think if you were to say that to her, she would immediately reply with, it didn't make your throat open up, but it let you swallow, so it doesn't matter. That got you there.
Yeah.
But it didn't actually,
But
it didn't physically open your throat.
No, it didn't, no.
But it made it so you can swallow.
Meanwhile, she still thinks that we're gaslighting her about rat kings.
Well.
I understand that it's hard to believe that a rat king could exist.
Okay, people have asked the question, and I've never really like thought about it, but not that I've never really thought about it. I haven't had a great answer for it. But when people ask the question of like, if you could know one like worthless thing, anything, like you can't know like what's the like when did the universe start? Like you can't know something like really important, but like you can know one like
how to get bigger
thing.
pee-pee. Can't have the secret mystery.
That's too secret. I want to know what happened to the blue bowl.
Yes.
I want to know what happened because like. It's such a meme amongst us, but I am genuinely curious.
Like,
and we'll never know. We'll never fucking know.
So, the Blue Bowl. I believe that, like, the agreed upon theory, at least I think with you and I, I know you and I believe that it was in the Gulf.
It was in the Gulf when it was traded in.
Yes. Because they did that. They would leave bowls in the fucking... He would. So, Brandon and Taylor had these blue bowls. And
she had a myriad of color
She had a myriad. Now, I have been known to be sent home with like a plate or a bowl.
Right.
Only a handful of times, 3 times total. And I do bring it back. Granted, if I'm not coming over for 6 months, then like you're not getting it back.
6 months without plate.
You're not getting it back for 8 months because I'll remember.
You'll forget the first time.
Or I'll go over like and I forget that I'm like I still have that dip bowl. And Taylor got it in her head that like when the blue bowl went missing and they couldn't find it, that like it had to be me, which I feel like she was memeing mostly.
She was memeing. Well, her first assumption was that I broke it while drunk.
Yes.
And
because we did break glasses when we were drunk.
Yes.
Not all the time, but like it was not unfeasible to have the idea that maybe you broke it or I broke it.
Yes, but I countered with, Taylor, you know me. If I had broken that bowl, I would have bought a new one secretly and replaced it.
If I broke it, I would have told you and said, I will replace it. Tell me where you bought it.
Exactly.
Because like, that's not cool.
And so she was like, fair. That is you two. That is true. Mm-hmm. So like
she did not, she said fair, but it was through gritted teeth and anger because she's like, that was my lead. That was my golden goose, was these two. Because she's like, could French Silk have done this to me?
Would he have done such a thing? Such a betrayal from inside the house.
And Brandon's in the hill.
Yeah.
And Brandon, meanwhile, is just playing Factorial without like, didn't even.
Head empty.
He's like, I got a new car, guys. Because Brandon had he did have a Golf.
He did have a Golf.
He had a cute little Golf. Actually, I really liked his Golf. I thought it was fun.
You should have bought it.
In hindsight, 2020.
Yeah.
It was a manual. I'd have to learn. Well, I kind of half-ass now, and I feel like you need to learn to drive a manual is you need to go take an hour to drive a manual.
Yeah.
And then you'll get
I know well enough to, in the event of an emergency, I have no desire to ever own one.
I have the concept. I know that you're like, okay, you have to listen to the car a bit and watch your gauges a little bit more. But you do love kettle cooked chips. Because I like kettle popcorn.
I don't mind kettle corn popcorn. Popcorners, kettle corn flavor.
Oh, what are popcorners? You've told me about these before. Is it like a chip?
They're little triangular chips made from popcorn. And I really enjoy them.
Oh, interesting.
I like the salted ones, and then like I'll eat them just on their own, or I'll use them instead of saltines to dip into a little tomato soup.
Oh,
and it's very good. But then if I want to just like snack on some, the kettle corn ones, ooh,
a little treat for mom.
A little treat for me.
You right.
I've been good all day. I'm gonna have a little sweet.
As
chip.
you should. A sweet chip.
But yeah, kettle brand salt and pepper chips, so good. And they now sell like a party size bag. They didn't used to. Ooh. I eat the whole thing. I put a whole bag of kettle cooked.
I was thinking about this. So, I started playing Breath of the Wild. I don't know how much of I filled you in on the update.
I don't think any of it.
So, I don't like Breath of the Wild. And I wanted to have my own March Madness, as in, I'll play a game that makes me mad, and I've only done it a handful of times.
Right.
You know, a fun twist. I didn't plan anything, so I'm just going to come up with something.
Yeah.
And, which again, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, thank you everybody who came to my stream on Friday. It was my 2-year channelversary stream. We're now in year 3, season 3 of the podcast. Kind of fun how everything's working out. And it was very fun and exciting with the board of directors, which was a fun bit. I have been enjoying making people upset in this game.
Okay.
Like making people watching me play Breath of the Wild because I don't love it. I think that it's too open for me personally. Like I think that the game is really fucking cool. I think it's really pretty. It has on paper everything that I would like in a game. And then I go to play it and I'm like, it's kind of bullshit. And I know it's like, well, you should go to a different area and like you should get some of your more abilities, but I don't want to. Katie Rose, thank you so much for the $5.
Thank you so much.
I literally just woke up and joined the stream, but I love my fave new Bald Boys, LMFAO. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Thanks. I saw your message more than I think it was 6 minutes ago. So what's the truth? Oh, maybe you didn't just wake up.
I was going to say.
You woke up recently. So.
I was going to say good morning, but now it could be built on a lie.
You get no greeting.
Good mornings only come directly after waking.
I hope you're having a good day.
If you've been awake for 6 minutes, I will not wish you
good night.
I will not wish you a good morning. I will wish you a good day, sir.
Good day.
Let's get it.
No.
That was a reference.
It's all okay, boys. Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Reference.
So I decided that I don't want to play this game So the fastest way to be done playing the game, outside of turning the game off,
Right.
is to just beat the game.
Yep.
So I went to Ganon.
Yep.
I did it. I did say I had one tower that I had climbed, which is in the tutorial area that you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, okay, time to go fight Ganon. And through all of the trial and tribulations of having 3 hearts and like no cake, I made it all the way to the Ganon fight. I was able, I think I beat, it took me a couple tries, but I think I beat the first boss, because I guess if you don't beat the Divine Beasts, you have to fight those Ganons before you fight the Ganon, I guess.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think he has 2 phases, and if you've defeated the Divine Beast, they just like chunk his health.
Mayhaps.
Yeah.
Well, like I only fought Windblight Ganon. That was the first thing I fought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe that is. I don't know. I had done the.
From what I understand, you can like if you do all the Divine Beasts, that's what makes it easier. Is it like I'm probably chunks his health, but you also don't have to fight those Ganons because you already killed those Ganons.
Okay.
So this is a bigger fight. Which, side note, I'm fully loaded to make hit because I have all the weapons from like fucking around in this area, like very much like abusing. Like I have a very small amount of time. I have no stamina. I have no health, and I'm like. I used all my fucking arrows in this fight, guys. I can't. Okay, I'm like, you know what? Fine. I want the Master Sword. And they're like, because it's unbreakable.
Yeah.
And they go, well, you need 13 hearts. I'm like, well, how do I get a heart? They're like, well, every time you get one of those upgrades, you can get like a quarter heart or whatever. So you have to do, I'm like, you want me to do 52 shrines?
Well.
And I said no. And I kind of gave up on that. And then the next day, or a day or two later, I'm working. And I'm on my work computer, which I didn't log into YouTube on this one, which I forget when the ads show up. But I'm like, I haven't logged into any of my personal information on this new computer yet, and I'm kind of cool with not doing that.
Okay, yeah.
A weird, not really, there's not a reason necessarily to or not to. It doesn't affect anything, but just like, I don't need to log into my YouTube on this. That's fine. I don't know why.
Katie has admitted to the lie.
Oh, Katie. You admit? Oh, hi guys. This one I just woke up. Sorry for being a lie by omission. Look, if that makes you feel better for apologizing, that's great for you. I will not say that I accept it.
I'm not going to say good morning.
No. Good morning,
because it's not.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Because it's 10:45 or 10:35.
But you didn't just wake up.
I mean, honey, I just got woke.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey. Well, actually, I did. So I watched this little video of like 100 tips I wish I knew when I played Breath of the Wild.
Right.
And one of the tips mentioned how like the Master Sword is great because if you have enough hearts, you can withstand it and it's like usable. And he goes, there is a way to get it with only 3 hearts, and you can like watch this other video of like, a speedrunner because people have been like breaking the game. So I went and I'm like, what? How hard is the glitch, right? Because like that's as a former world record holder, in a speedrunner, I can appreciate a good glitch. I saw it and I went, oh, that's fucked up. So then my next stream where I played it, I'm like, we're gonna go get the Master Sword, which was a whole fucking to do because I had to go figure out where it was, and I have nothing unveiled, so I have to just run. And I like finally did choose like a tower to get so that I can make fast traveling easier a little bit. Like still playing as little of the game. You go up to the Master Sword with 3 hearts. And you do the little cutscene. You don't try to pull it or anything. You make a save. You hold some logs or like wood. Wood, so you're holding a bundle of sticks. And what you want to do is you can drop it on the ground. So you want to drop it as close as you can to directly in front of the Master Sword on the plinth. Then you want to go over to the side and you want to basically look at the Master Sword and it says like pull out or whatever.
Apply directly to the forehead.
Yes. And then you start like slowly shifting yourself until like it finally switches to sit as the action to sit. Oh, because you drop the logs and then you need to use a weapon with fire or you need to like set up a campfire.
Okay.
So I used my 1 fire arrow left at the time to do so and lit it. And then that way you can like sit. You sit and then like as you sit, you look up, kind of like at like the little bonsai tree kind of esque. They look like cherry blossom trees, kind of. But you like look up at the trees, make sure you kind of like looked up at that angle, and then select to rest until morning. It doesn't matter, and then while the animation is playing of you like standing up, but since you're like looking up, it doesn't like show you correctly because takes your last view.
Yeah.
You're in the act of standing up, and if you're mashing A, you can attempt to grab it, and it does because my theory is, without knowing an explanation, is that because you're in that animation, it won't let you do the animation. It won't let you start the animation mid-animation, so the game doesn't really know what to do, and it just gives you the Master Sword. And the first time I did it, I didn't realize I had full inventory of weapons. Oh. So then I had to do it. Like, it took me like 2 or 3 times to figure out what exactly I was doing wrong because I fucked it up. And then I got it, and then Callisto was pissed.
Oh.
Because people were mad that I did this. They're like, I spent all that time getting those hearts to get this sword, and you just went up and just sat down and took it. And I'm like, yeah. Because then now there's no Master Sword in there. There's no sword. But if you go up to it, it still wants you to attempt to pull it out, and there's nothing to pull. You're just pulling air because you already have the sword. But it still is like, so whatever is unlocked once you actually do so, I don't have access to, but I did absolutely get the Master Sword, and I went, good.
Hell yeah.
Fuck this game.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to play it, so I want to win.
Hell
Will I be better? Absolutely not.
Be best.
I'm trying. Because I was like, oh, if you shoot Wind Blight Ganon in the forehead, it like stuns him. Which apparently, I'm like, how do people do this if they have no items or anything? And it's like, they use the bomb. And they use the bomb, and it takes forever. But they're like, Odie, can you please just play a crumb of the game?
Oh,
things will be so much easier for you. And I'm like, no.
I try.
I look down and I say, no, I won't.
I said,
I refuse to.
Picturing that at this moment.
Because like, I don't want to play it. It's like, it just is not satisfying. It's not that satisfying. Yeah. Well, and then everything kills me in one hit. So what's up?
Because
Oh, I don't want to go do a bunch of shrines.
Yep.
I want to go kill Ganon. They hot ass, like thick booty Zelda told me, help me.
That booty ain't thick.
I don't know yet. I haven't seen it in game. I'm assuming I'm going after some good booty. I've seen enough screenshots to know that there's some cake. Screenshots from the game, to be clear.
Where else would they be from?
It was more of like I didn't just like see fan art and go, yeah, this is Zelda from the game.
I feel like that's what
No, it's not what I did.
He just admitted it, folks.
You just spun a narrative?
I've never spun nothing. Not even a top.
Oh.
There's more fun things to do than spin them.
Yeah. I need to put that kind of spin on it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Sit on that dick and spin.
Like, you remember the little... yeah, the spit. It's okay. You know, like, the little toy that you would get as a kid? Or like,
not Jodie Foster's kind of behavior.
Not Jodie Foster. Where you, like, sit on it, and it's got, like it's a little, like, rotating platform. And it's got a central thing and a wheel, kind of like the Mad Teacup ride.
Okay.
But, like, it's just that. There's no teacup.
Right. And
you could sit on it, and you could do that, and you could spin yourself around.
Uh-huh.
It was, like, a toy that was at, like, this kid's house one time.
Okay, yeah.
And I never forgot it. I still think about that toy. I'm like, that was really fun. Because you could just spin around.
Work. When I was a child.
Try for a while.
In preschool.
Mm-hmm. This is like 5 a.m.
Yeah. They had a copy of
Bye, Orchid.
They had a copy of Hungry Hippos.
Mm-hmm.
And I did pretty good at it. And then one of the little kids got mad.
Yeah.
And he flipped it.
Wait. What was this again?
We were playing Hungry Hippos.
Oh, yeah, with the balls.
And I did well, and I won. And there was a little kid, and he was very mad. And so then, like, when we, like, reset, and, like, he waited till we reset it, and so all of the
balls were
in the middle again. And then he grabbed it, and he flipped it.
What a dick.
Yeah. And we were, like, outside on, like the porch thing of it, so he flicked it, and so, like, they went flying, like, out. Like,
there's no way you're going to find them all.
Yeah, no. And the teachers were very upset.
Although,
And
not that you kids
should
could
be.
have this, but like if you do stuff like that, from what I've heard is you want to use like pantyhose or something
On a
similar
vacuum
on a
cleaner.
vacuum. Yeah, so that it prevents it. You can still like basically find it. Same thing with like dropped stuff.
You understand.
I understand. That's very funny that you know that too.
You understand.
I feel it's like a bit of validation.
How you find an
wisdom.
earring backing when you drop it on the carpet.
Yes, that's the exact reason to find it. A sit and spin.
Ooh.
Does this mean guys bald, y'all? Oh, maybe. No.
What?
Why? The pizza guys don't need hair.
Oh,
Pizza guys deliver.
it's guy's choice.
Guys night.
Guy's night. Guy can
Chance time.
have as much or as little hair as he wants. Because he is what? Not real.
Yep. Oh man, we are bald boys, and it's bald time.
Do it for the bald.
Do it for the ball. What are your thoughts on the new Mario Kart maps that came out that we played?
I enjoyed them.
They were fun.
I enjoyed them.
I think that overall I liked them all more, like as the 8 maps. I like them more than some of the other sets of 8 maps that have been released in the DLC.
I agree with such a thing.
They were all very like, okay. Like, not necessarily. I mean, we only did play them once together.
I've
that
played
time.
them quite a few times. But
Since
yes,
then.
I have only played them once with you.
Yeah. They were fine.
I enjoyed them.
I'm trying to remember if there was anything in particular. I liked Waluigi Stadium. I don't know why I like the stadiums so much.
It was all right.
Because, like, Excite Bike Arena is one of my favorite maps.
That one is tops.
As someone who likes to do, like, on a jump, you do, like, a, yeah.
Wow.
It's very fun. Very fun to get the speed.
Wow.
Baby Park, of course.
Will we be seeing the new Mario movie? Asks Chloe.
I mean, I
When
think
does it
so.
come out?
April 5th, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I full stop.
I would like to see it. I would like to see it.
Like, I would like to see it, and I'd like to go and see it in theaters at, like, hashtag for real /Jen, not memeing. Like, it just looks good. Yeah. Well, because there's times where it's like, yeah, we're going to go see it, like, as a meme.
Yeah.
Have we not seen a
When
movie?
have we ever seen a movie as a meme?
We haven't.
People do that. I don't know that we do that.
Well, like, I would go see Cocaine Bear as a meme.
Right.
Like it's exactly what I expect it to be. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah. Spiky.
Pokey.
I like having things up here for us to play with that are like active.
Our little sensory toys.
I have this.
That's what I call my sensory toys.
Yeah. I gotta bring. My sister got me this for Christmas. She got me. It's like a stainless steel Pokeball. That like you just hold it and it spins because like the thing, and it came with a little light, and I'm like, what the fuck is the point of the light? And the thing is that you put the light like on like there's the top and bottom. You put the Pokeball or you put the light on like the Pokeball like capture the circle in the middle, and you just kind of hold it there, and basically it absorbs the light. Like glow in the dark esque, and then you can be like, and it's got like the little light, like, okay. It's kind of cool.
If you were Kevin, and I was the light.
God, being drunk as shit.
That was the weirdest. Like,
can we show? Can I pull up that TikTok or that Vine and overlay it? That
I can't.
No, that was me.
The balls.
The balds.
Just take the playlist one.
I'm just you know what I'm doing, right?
I know
That tab to search, but I don't think we ever really do that on here. So it just doesn't.
A fellow bald.
A fellow bald. School versus school. Kevin, watch the light.
Kevin.
Yes.
Wait, why is it 23 minutes? 22 seconds.
Oh,
it's a whole thing.
There's some forgotten footage.
I don't know if I want to see the whole thing.
That's okay. Are you good with us being tiny?
Yeah. Well, I'm used to that. So.
What is this?
That's the questions.
Hello, tech support. Please wait.
Go pull it down.
No. I know. I gotta make make it a little smaller.
Pull the header off of it.
I know. I will. Okay, here's a magical video. Enjoy. I've never seen the beginning of this, but this is...
What if they say something terrible in the beginning?
Well, then I guess we'll figure that out as we go. There was this one night where I was drunk as shit, and I send Rick this text that's like, you know, if I were Kevin and you were the light, I want you to know that like I would watch the light, dude.
I'd watch the light, dude.
And like I'm pretty sure you like weren't drunk that night.
I was not.
You opened it and went, okay, thank you. And you didn't respond.
No, I did respond. I said thank you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I think I'd already passed out at that point. Like I sent it and I was like, I just need him to know. Oh yeah. I've never seen the lead up.
Oh God! Why can't I get it? Kevin, don't, Kevin, watch the light, dude.
Oh, that's so good. So good. Anyway, that was part of our past. That was what came before.
Ancient.
Mm-hmm. I made that when I wasn't a bald man.
Yeah, I don't. It was way too
Never been bald.
ago. I was looking to see if I had it, but I don't.
Yeah, that's from years ago. Like that's a lot of scrolling.
Yeah, I don't even think I like.
Yeah, I don't even think it'd be on that phone. I don't think it'd keep your messages.
It might be on that phone.
Might be. Well, no,
I wiped it.
Yeah. So Kevin, no, he really just said watch the light, and he was like, okay, bet, and he fucking watched it. Mm-hmm.
He watched it blow up.
That kid, that damn kid, Kevin.
That Kevin though. That Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Yeah. Have you guys enjoyed the bald cast?
Have you enjoyed looking at the bald boy?
We're just two guys being bald.
Ooh.
I will say though that like sometimes like what was like a struggle like with this hat, for example, is that like my bangs and stuff are so like I could never get them to look the way I wanted to. I'm sure you kind of understand a bit of the struggle with long hair. Like there's days where like you're doing everything the same and your hair comes out the exact way you want it.
Yeah.
And there's days where it just doesn't, and you're like,
it says not for me.
You let it air dry for 10 seconds longer than you should have before you put in pomade, so you're a dumbass now.
It says I'm not currently accepting applications at this time.
But like the bald guy like hat look surprisingly comes off like oh, it does feel weird. Like I feel like the back of my head is gripping the hat. Yeah. In a way. But it's not like uncomfortable. The beanie was uncomfortable.
For like the 3 days that I had just like buzzed hair short, but still like fuzzy, hats felt perfect.
Oh yeah.
They sat perfect. They felt perfect. You could like, if I wore a hat backwards, you could see like hair, and it was like, it was right.
Yeah.
It was right.
Sup, kittens?
We'll be back there. I'll be back to that stage in about...
Let's get you out of those wet clothes.
11 days. Probably 11 days.
Moxie, thank you so much for the $5. My friend says you need to paint your heads green and do a green screen videos like Jenna Marbles.
Nobody can even find me, Beach. That's that video.
Oh, haha. I've seen that. I think I have seen it, but like it did not imprint.
It's been years ago. It's not my favorite of hers. It's funny though.
When I think of Jenna Marbles, the only thing that appears in my head is of anything of her talking is really just like the only video I saw as a kid, which is like how to like be hot or whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
what
The
like
original,
her big
yeah.
viral
the
one.
big.
Yeah, but then like I think of her in the beard in the
Hi, welcome to Westworld.
Well, see, but in my head it's the what was that Lady Gaga movie?
Yes, a star is born. A beard is grown.
A beard is grown, but then also when she wants to be a chair.
Yeah.
So it's her with a beard as a chair, and then she says, "I want to be tall," and like all those 3 independent things have meshed into one clip that does not exist, and that is how I think of Miss Jenna.
Killer Mac.
Do you miss Jenna, my marble? What? Did you just miss Jenna,
my God.
marble?
Thank you, Killer Mac. I just surprised myself with my bald.
Oh, yeah.
I was reading the thing and I looked over. I'm like, oh, he's bald.
Where'd it go?
It gets you sometimes.
Yeah. Did you get your hair cut? Yeah.
All of them?
I didn't mean that to be so loud. I'm sorry.
I buzzed every single one of them.
I went and I took every little hair off my head and I put it in a little bag.
And then I
in my hair.
ate it
I put that whole bag of hair up my ass.
up my ass. Easter egg stream, but instead of painting Easter eggs, you
I
paint
thought it
your
would
heads.
prevent me from wiping.
Right.
Like a pipe cleaner.
I'm trying to create a blockage for my own sake.
Painting our heads for Easter.
I feel that would feel unpleasant. But I could be wrong.
Well, you'd have to get a big bucket
A big bucket.
so that you could dip your head.
Right. I have to, well, really, like, we should get, like, the swirling thing. So I'll shove your head in the toilet. I'll put some dye in the water, and I'll put your
This
head
just
in the
sounds
toilet.
like you swirly me. As someone who's been...
But with no hair. So how fun. How delightful.
Oh, you unlocked a core memory that I wanted to forget?
I'll put it away
No, you
when I'm done with it.
Yeah. Freshman year wrestling team.
They really gave you a swirly?
Well, I was in the 120 weight class, and like was like 5 foot, 5'1", so like I was just a small kid,
Yeah.
and like everyone bullied everyone, and
It was 1987.
it was 2009 or 7. Yeah, and they just grabbed me and held me parallel. Like everyone just grabbed a part that they could.
Yeah.
And I realized my body is a vessel that is not of my own control.
Right. Someone
If
else is
other
at the wheel.
If someone else exerts their control, they can harm me.
Uh-huh.
And they picked me up like everyone's helping carry. The only thing I could think of is like a funeral casket, but like I don't want to say that. So a log.
Right.
That's a much better.
Yeah.
And walked me over to the toilet and then flushed it and gave me a swirl.
Was it a toilet or a urinal?
Toilet?
Okay.
No, God, no. That would be disgusting if it was in a urinal.
People shit in a toilet.
Yeah, but it was like a flush toilet. Like, whereas, like, I would feel more grossed out in a urinal, to be honest. I don't know why.
I mean, there's not a great option regardless.
You can choose to disagree with me, but, like,
If it
feels like...
Is it one of the urinals that flush, or is it one of the urinals that's like no water? Because that's disgusting. Because those things are just caked in piss all the time.
That's kind of what it felt like. I think
Well,
it technically flushed,
if
but
it
like
can't flush, you couldn't give someone a swirly.
No.
That'd be sad. You're just bumping their head into the urinal.
you're just getting wiped with piss.
yeah.
Like that's
that'd
just
be
nasty. Fucked up.
gross.
Boys are dumb. Zach calls me the other day. Well, this was like a month or two ago, and he goes, "Do you remember Sketty?" A person.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, yeah, actually. I don't know if you remember who this person is.
I know the name.
Okay. So we were all in freshman wrestling, and we were all stretching one day. It was like a Saturday. It was the Saturday practice where we did a nice little run, and then we ran up to the coach's house and shoveled a rock into his backyard. We're all sitting there, and we're all stretching.
Right.
And just chilling. And this man, it is 2007. I'm not about to say some absolutely heinous shit, but please just remember it's 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And this man goes, completely unprompted. We're all just chilling. Everyone's fucking tired. It's 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
Yeah.
And we're having to go shovel rock or something. And there might be pizza. We don't know yet. Like, we didn't even know that we were going to be shoveling rock yet. That didn't happen. This is like an extra practice. We're all stretching. And he goes, anyone here ever tried their own cum?
I don't know that 2007 explains.
I feel like
that
as a fellow cum producer and bald,
right?
You understand
Have you nope,
how
can't ask that.
how dangerous of a question this is, and how like that look just now is like.
Right.
Like, I'm not necessarily going to, like, give you grief on this, King.
But how bold.
How bold to say that in 2007 in a freshman boys' locker room.
Right. At 6 a.m.
Because what you expected to happen is exactly what happened. Where everyone's just like, no, what? What are you fucking gay? Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's your own.
Blah, blah, blah. Just tasting the original recipe.
I did mention, I'm like, well, I mean, like, if it's your own, but, like, it was quiet and not so loud that everyone heard it, because everyone at this point was just like, hey, oh, whoa, hey. Because we weren't even talking about anything with cum. But, I mean, it's boys. So, like, you got to be ready for cum time with the boys at any time.
When someone brings out the cookie, you got to be ready.
You can't be last.
Yeah, that's terrible. Terrible being last.
You're such a bad boy. Stop it.
My collar says otherwise.
The fact that it was 2007 does not make that better at all. I'm aware. Like, that was...
If anything, it explains...
Like, that it's about to... It was a warning. It's
even more absurd.
If you understood what I meant by... To have
said such a thing in 2007, because you are going to get eviscerated.
Mm-hmm. And we're not allowed to friend our high school teachers until we're a year out of graduation. Damn.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Maybe keep some thoughts on the inside of your skull. No. Yeah. Anyway, that was such a weird thing. But, like, Zach calls me the other day, or, like, this is, like, a month or two ago. Yeah. It was just like, do you remember when he asked this? And, like, just immediately both just pissed ourselves, because it's just, like, now it's just funny, because it's, like, that was just a really weird thing to say. And, like, part of me feels a little bad, because I'm like, what if he was really just trying to look for a genuine human connection? Aside from the fact that he was also just kind of... If it helps, this kid looked like Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. So imagine if you're stretching, and then Bobby Hill goes, anyone ever taste their own cum? It's like that. That's what it feels like.
That's so bold and brave. Loop, are you admitting that you didn't watch episode 69?
Oh.
Is that
Loop,
what's going on? I did. Apparently, we got a fake fan.
Your collar? Wait, this collar?
No, you said you're such a bad boy, and I said my collar says otherwise.
Oh,
and
that's
then
right,
Loop
the good boy one.
And then Loop said your collar, and I'm like,
yeah, that's
I
right.
said what I said.
Hi, Katie B. You missed cum time.
Oh, cum time's every time.
Chance time, cum time. Now I want to make an edit of the Mario Party like chance time, where it just goes cum time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I do say chance time all the time.
Me too.
Like that is something that like you said that I'm like, I always think of you, and I'm like, chance time. Chance time. So being bald has its perks.
Bald cum?
We really just dropped some heinous shit, didn't resolve it, and just said being bald has its perks.
What's there to resolve?
Nothing. The table's empty.
Done nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm. They did come out with a new Magic the Gathering form
in my life.
It's like Commander, but it's 60 cards.
Is it like Commando?
Kinda. You have a signature spell, so like aside from just having a commander that you can cast from the command zone, you also have like an instant or sorcery that you can do the same thing and pay more to do it. It'd be kind of interesting to see what ultimately people come up with distinct limitations. Singleton format. Yet again.
When people say going commando.
Yeah.
Does that just mean no underwear or no nothing?
No underwear. Going commando means you're not wearing any underwear. It's jean to cheek.
Right. Okay.
It's a weird
So feeling. You're not... So if you're wearing a jock
Farts
strap...
aren't safe.
If you're wearing a jock strap and like, so cheeks are out...
Oh.
Is it still commando? I think it's not. I think commando, you really got to be like, we need full skin contact on the outerwear. Because like, the cash and prizes are covered.
Are you asking for a friend?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think the consensus is commando is nothing.
Commando was nothing. I don't think that a jock would count as going commando because you're essentially like, to me, when I've gone commando, because every once in a while, like, you're about to take a shower, but then you realize you have to do something, so you throw those gym shorts back on real quick. You know,
it's a rare occurrence, but I know.
Yeah. You got to answer the door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something weird, and you just real quick, or like you're doing laundry. So you already threw your boxers in, but then you got caught up on another task, and you're like, well, I'm just going to like wear my boxer or wear these gym shorts because like, you know, it'll be fine. But it is, when I think about it, I feel like I would feel the pants. Like I said at like jean to cheek because that's where I feel it.
Right.
I don't think about how these jeans feel on my balls.
Right. I do though, because I'm thinking about is like the incredibly few times when like, okay, so like the rare times when I have been commando, it's generally what we've explained, a gym short situation in a time of urgency. The incredibly few times, count them on
small James.
Count them on one hand, that I have for some ungodly reason been nobody's down there, but I'm pulling on a pair of jeans.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh in it.
The fear of zippy over the cash of the cash and prizes.
It's very painful.
It's a fear because it's been pinched. Yeah.
It's very, very painful.
I believe.
I've done it. First time in Arizona, visiting grandma down in Tucson.
Zip.
And I had to go pee. And I went pee. And I straight up, well, I'm just going to be real blunt here, zipped up the shaft. I really thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
You ever come to terms with your mortality at like 11? Yeah, it's like that.
Have I told the story about that time when like
we're bearing it all, the bald tapes?
The bald.
You want to hear about this traumatic?
Mac, thank you for the $2.
Thank you. Yes, just a
yes.
second.
That time when like, okay, so my mom was a teacher, and for some reason, well, not for some reason. So it was like I was really young, and it was like spring break, and she taught at a different school, and it was in a different district, and so like the spring breaks didn't line up. The math ain't mathin'. So I was off and she wasn't. And so like, and I was little and I couldn't be like home by myself, and my dad worked, a typical job. So on like one or two of the days, I had to go into that school with her because like couldn't get like family to
but
babysit
you're not a
or
real
whatever.
school, but you're not in school.
Right. So it was like, you just like sit behind the desk and pretend you're not here basically. So it's like, got it. Give me a book and I'm good. Give me my gigantic book about the Titanic and I'm having a time all day. That was great. At one point, had to go to the restroom. I was like, I gotta pee. This school, they had like a uniform. I had never had a uniform. I had to like buy we had to buy new clothes.
I understand. I enjoyed visiting my family in California, where they went to a private school, and they were in school for about another 3 weeks after I was. So I got to go be like the principal loved me. She would like be like, I want you to marry my daughter one day. I was that kid. I was the hottest shit because I didn't have to like private class of like 20 kids. Anyway, go back to you.
Yes.
I relate. Yes.
Yeah. So I was in my little get up. Your
little costume.
My little like youth pastor costume. I'm in like a white short sleeve button up, blue.
You're ready for your mission.
Blue like khaki shorts, khaki material, not khaki the color, because they were in fact blue.
Well, you said blue, yeah.
Right. So just wanted to preface that they weren't
khaki
like,
the pants,
they
not
weren't
the color.
They weren't like a two-tone blue
not
khaki.
A Cheeto.
This is fully blue. It's a navy blue, as a matter of fact. I was wearing them.
Support our troops.
Brand new. Very tight button, very tight zipper. Had to go to the bathroom, go into the bathroom. They're not coming off. I can't get them off. And you know that like body thing where like the second you're next to the toilet, it's like, we're pissing now.
Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't matter what you want. We're pissing now.
I hope, and like you always pee a little bit in your underwear. And you're just like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah. Long story short, they weren't coming off. I pissed myself in that bathroom and then just started crying because I was like, I'm literally standing in front of the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just fully just. And then it was like, once you start, you can't stop. Plus, it's also like, well, at this point, it's literally too late. Who cares?
It burns.
It was very uncomfortable.
Like when I peed my pants as a kid, and like I remember like going down my leg, and I'm like, it's so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I can't tell a story twice.
Oh damn.
I can't tell a story twice. I prefaced it saying I think I said this before.
Which is like I think I've told the story of like my water park experience with very similar kind of energy of just. Yeah.
Urine.
Get original content. We went bald. What do you want?
This is your original content. Sounds like a skill issue, Moxie.
Yeah. Let's check the replay.
Ponda.
Yes. That's it. That's the one.
Ponda replay.
Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Bald.
Hi, Diva.
What? It's come full circle. There are other things to talk about. Time to delete the channel. No repeats. You right.
Thank God.
You can only tell stories from the lore book once in our lifetimes. That's true.
But the lore is more like...
Okay, but also, to be honest, like, if you had told that story before, I forgot, so it was fun.
Right.
Or, like, it was fun to remember it, I guess.
And plenty of people, I'm sure, haven't seen that episode.
No.
Loop hadn't even seen me wearing a collar.
No, not even once. I bet there's people watching right now that have never seen us bald. There could be somebody who's watching this for the first time.
Who hasn't looked at the screen yet.
Who's never...
They're like, it's a podcast.
They didn't know we had hair. They'd only heard your audios and never knew you had hair. And then right now they're just like, oh, he's bald. Like, he's always been bald. There could be...
That explains the mess in my pants. That's what they're thinking.
Yeah, bald guy head and make it cream.
They see the bald
Cream and
they're
jorts.
like,
And dumping quartz.
yeah. Prolific amounts of breakum.
Prolific. Katie Rose, thank you so much for the $5. I'm so glad I'm watching with headphones instead of my normal watching on my laptop, but with this combos, but enjoying the bald takes.
Bald.
Pierre's mom offered to drive me home. I didn't know her car had heated seats. I panicked so hard think I peed. That's funny. Oh yeah. We have been streaming for like over 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it like all of a sudden hit at once. Like,
because we ran out of stories.
I'm also glad that we streamed so early. I know, like, it was very early.
It was supposed to be 6 a.m., but that's fine.
So Sin texts me and is like, so what time are you doing the podcast? And I'm like, 6 a.m. Like, obviously. I'm like, I don't know. Text Eric, because I was, like, in bed tired, which is why I was like, can you make a post? Because I'm like, I'm sleepy.
Right.
I'm in bed. I did finally buy a new arm to hang my phone.
It looks great.
Thank you. Thanks, yeah. No, but like, because my other one like broke off and it wasn't really working well to like do it. And I gotta be honest, I have not slept better since I've done it because I've started to like, you know how long it's been since I've watched Bife content?
Oh yeah.
And then like I'm going to bed because like sometimes I don't like listen, like I have a difficult time, like I'll listen to like ASMR, but it's almost always like exclusively female ASMR artists because like there is just something about like when it's very, very well done and it's very close that like I'm like, oh, there's not enough background noise or something that like there is just a man behind me and I am uncomfortable and I can't do it. So I'm sorry, ladies. I can't know what it's like to have a hot man.
Sorry, divas.
Right there. Yeah, exactly. This is my
Hi, diva.
This is my black swan moment, you know? And that being said, like because I'm like, oh well I know Destiny content, so like we're all good. We're gooch. Like I'm falling asleep like a fucking baby. I'll like wake up because like, yeah, you do the thing where you make sure you play a video that's like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So that like, okay, because even if I can just let myself fall asleep, I will eventually at some point within like 20 minutes of it ending wake up and be like, why do I still have my headphones on? Like, close the phone, do that. One thing I've been doing is, like, as I'm getting into bed, I want to, like, get my video prepped for, like, my nighttime routine and everything. I'm like, the first thing as I'm walking over, I'm like, I'll start walking into my room and I'm like, I gotta set my alarm right away. Because there's nothing worse, not a single thing worse you could come up with than getting in your bed, comfy, you're ready for your video, you're looking forward and you're all cozy, and you realize, shit, I have to set my alarm. And you do that thing where you're like, well, I'll keep scrolling for a second. Like, and then you go, no, I have to stop what I'm doing right now and set the alarm, because I will fall asleep and then, oversleep and my life will be over. Mm. Do you have that much anxiety when it comes to setting your alarms?
It's set to the same thing every day. So I don't like set it every night. I set it like 2 years ago. And it's recurring.
Okay, so I use an app that's not that. It's called I Can't Wake Up. It makes me do puzzles.
I use one called Sleep, and it makes me do puzzles.
But, like, it doesn't just stay on. I have to, like, turn it off.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Unless I go into the settings. That's it. I don't think I can make them.
There's not like a recurring.
It may be the paid version lets you have it set. Basically, once like it's done, it turns itself off. So I could just reset it in the morning, but I don't think about it.
Got it.
Yeah.
These are attached to my shorts.
Yeah.
Since it's in a separate app, I don't have the little clock on the top corner.
Oh, I don't care if there's a clock. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't like that if, like, right now I have, like, a bunch of, well, I guess it doesn't do it for Discord if I leave it, but, like, a text, I could have a million texts from a million people. I go into the app and just check one of them. All of the rest of them will still be unread in the app, but the notifications cleared out all of them. And I'm like, why?
Why?
Because the amount of times I've legitimately, like, forgotten to text somebody back because, like, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
I'm a stringy bald boy. Is that because I'm so thin? I'm so devastatingly thin.
I feel like puzzles would just make my brain work harder and keep me awake. Yes, that's the point.
Yes.
So, like, I will wake up at, like...
the puzzles are in the morning with the alarm, not, like, setting the alarm.
Like, for today, my alarm went off at 5 a.m., and I did the stupid puzzles, and then I got up out of bed, drank some water from my canteen, and went and took one of my meds, and then went back to sleep, setting my alarm for, like, 6:15, and then I got up at 6:15, and I went, I'm tired. So then I set my alarm for 7, and then woke up at 7. I was going to, like, sleep in until 7:10, and I was like, it was like 7:05, and I'm like, I'm just going to get up right now because I tend to forget that, like, it's like 15 to 20 minutes to get from my house to your house, and that, like, with showering and everything, I'm like, I can very easily be late because an hour is not enough time if I'm also making a stop. And I'm, like, starting to be a bit more, like, mindful about it. Like, I'm like, okay, I want to go out of my way to, like, I'm like, we're just going to get up, shower, we good to go. That 5 minutes ain't making a difference.
Yeah. Mac, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the $10. All right, I got to go finish some homework. I've been procrastinating. Happy 2.5K and happy ball, boys.
Thank you.
I guess
hope your homework goes well.
The 2,500 celebration, to be honest, was not very serious. It was much more of, like,
bald.
We've already decided to go bald or are currently bald, so, like, fuck it. Let's celebrate it with the thinnest, crappiest, cheapest dollar store, like, truck ties we could find. Like,
hell yeah.
It's together, but, like, if we stop too quick, it's all gone. It's all over.
I drove past a home in my neighborhood, and they had a variety of balloons outside and, like, some signage. And if I pieced together that it was a birthday pretty quickly.
Borf.
But then, happy Borf. But then, as I looked at the gigantic sign that they had in their front yard, like to be like, the party's here, fellas. It said, finally, almost driving. Happy 15th.
Was this up north? That where I thought, next door?
This is like 2 streets down.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
To which now I'm like, I understand.
Yeah.
That's
And I was
exactly.
like, wow. And this was not like a little sign on the front lawn. This was like this sign was like,
Wait, this was a sign? This wasn't on someone's car or something?
no. This was a sign in the front yard surrounded by balloons. It's probably a single garage doors width sign in their front yard.
Almost right. Like, you could just say happy 15th birthday.
Yeah. Rather than celebrating the fact that you can almost drive.
I mean, unless it's something where benefit of the doubt that it's parents trying really hard for their kid is that, like, their kid loves cars and it's like they're finally old enough to, like, you're about to be able to get
In
your
6
permit.
months, you will be able to.
Yeah.
It seems like a wild. I would understand at 16, like finally driving. Yeah, of course. If like the kid's like really
Yeah,
excited
must
about
be nice,
driving,
I say at 20.
like that would be cool. But like finally almost driving.
It just
Like-
feels like you haven't even
this-
accomplished
I'm
the
like, this
goal and you're
almost-
celebrating.
Right. This almost feels like mean to the kid, like reminding like you still can't drive yet, kiddo. But in 6 months,
You know,
you can try to
as somebody
start.
with parents, like
It could have been.
it. I'm curious to know how the birthday kid felt about it. It's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a little weird to
Yeah.
say.
It
like,
is
like it is funny.
Yeah. It is giving welcome home cheater me. It very much was.
But like, it's the wrong house.
People are making up fake stories about why we ended up bald.
No, we just
They're telling tales out of class.
Would you both ever grow your hair out ridiculously long after being bald?
What's ridiculous?
I mean, we can kind of tell them.
I Googled how fast does hair grow, and I disagree with the results.
I agree. What's
It's-
your disagreement?
It said 1/2 inch a month, and I said,
No,
that's not the case.
not for my hair.
All right, I'm like, my hair is juicier than that. Like, I disagree.
So we were talking a little bit, and very much so in the same vein of like never been bald, and it's like
Never
well,
gonna be bald.
Never gonna be bald. Like we really did kind of choose the perfect time because like we won't be bald for the show for the Fall Out Boy.
Right, we'll be buzzed.
We'll be buzzed, but still good for the summer, so it won't be too fresh. Less chance.
cool for the summer.
Cool for the summer.
Don't tell your mother.
But also, I don't know necessarily if I've ever let my hair truly grow for like 9 months, especially from here.
I had an intrusive thought to tickle you when you did that.
Stop it. But yeah, so like, I personally don't plan on cutting my hair aside from maybe going and getting a trim if it will help it grow more. But even then, we'll just see where it looks like at
see
New
what
Year's.
happens.
Yeah. Prosperity, bitch.
Yeah.
PubTro. Dude, PubTro is sick as fuck. I'm here for it. Public transportation. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to braid it if I could. I mean, or like we'll see at New Year's, like if my hair's like, depending on how long it is. Like if we get to New Year's and my hair is just as long as it was before I cut it, but not really any different, then like, okay, we'll go a little longer. We'll just see.
Same, but
Yeah.
different.
Because again, I can always cut it at any time, and like I've never had like, I'm gonna use this phrase because it is what me as a kid would have said. I've never had long girl hair, you know, and I feel like as a boy you can relate to that with me.
Yeah. The longest I ever let my hair get was to my shoulders. And it wasn't good, but that was because I was, among other things, styling it very poorly. But Yeah, this is
with the swoop.
Yeah, and it was like the thing where it's like it barely is like hitting your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
It's like basically just the base of your neck,
And it's
really
the back
more
hair.
so.
It's the back of your hair really that are doing it. No.
And the sides because it was all growing.
Yeah, like my hair does like the little curl. Like mine curls a little bit. And I hate it.
As it gets longer, mine coils.
Mm-hmm. It's not fun. But yeah, I'd like to try it. Mm-hmm. I hate having long hair. I also don't let it get longer than my shoulders. See that like that seems like a more than good length. Like I don't think I necessarily want to grow my hair out to like it's down to my ass.
We could have a fetching bob though. Grow the hair out and then just like frizz out a little bit.
Have a little good uneven bob. We could really be in our boss bitch, babe.
Oh,
and they're like, oh my God, are those wigs? And it's like, no.
Oh my God, we could get an A-line.
Yes.
Straighten it, bone straight, A-line. Work.
And then just do stuff where we're like, you know.
With a severe bang. Y'all can't handle.
No.
Y'all wouldn't be able.
It is a vibe, Sal.
handle.
Yeah.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
Sal's hair is very pretty.
Everything about Sal's very pretty.
Sal's perfect.
It's not fair. Actually,
He's
it is.
Canadian.
Sal deserves good things.
Mm-hmm. Sal deserves only the best.
Yeah.
And the rest of us can settle with the rest.
We can just fucking deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sal's world, and we're just living in it.
We shouldn't be.
Praying for a crumb of uppy.
A single ounce of uppy. Please. You got a bob? Yes, dude. Hester, your hair looks so pretty. You look great.
Hell yeah.
Edna mode.
You get that, Bob.
Oh.
You get that, Bob.
Mm-hmm. It's down to your waist. Damn. That's a lot.
Shit.
Once it
That's
gets long
long.
enough, tickling my forehead. I'm whipping the clippers. Yeah. There's a little bit of like the teaser area.
There's a lot of hateful stages in hair growth where it's like bald. It's that takes something. And then it starts to grow and it's like, okay, yeah.
I feel like your hair has already grown in this podcast.
My hair grows very quickly.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you feel the same about me, but I'm like, I feel like looking at the top of your head, I see more hair than I did when you
like
first
now
revealed.
it's hair.
Yeah.
Like when I woke up this morning, I was like, if I want to really, really be bald, I should shave it again. Because like the bald
I'm not
reveal,
going
I'm
to.
going to have hair. But I was like, I'm absolutely not doing it.
Because it is bald. Like this
is bald.
Like you go bald and you don't feel obligated to. Please don't do things because we did them.
Do what you want. It's your body.
Mm-hmm. Do it because you want to, not because we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, like that energy of like, I'm like, oh, because it's like, do I still feel bald? I just have a buzz. And I'm like, but this is like no buzz. Like this is bald.
This is
like,
bald. Do you guys have object permanence? Can you remember that I'm bald? Ah!
And actually, from what I understand too, is like you'll feel more bald. Like when I put the coconut oil on, I felt more bald.
Right.
Because of the shine.
Yeah. I didn't like the shine.
Basically, like the difference.
Like, I sweat enough. I get enough natural shine.
We're not a pure bald.
Very much.
We're a trendy bald.
Right.
So like that's why we still, because basically we weren't losing our hair and then went bald. It's like, well, we just cut it all off.
I mean, the only way to get it like really, really perfectly smooth.
You have to go against the grain, and that's scary.
Yeah. And or also to wax it or to just like literally be bald in that. Like the smoothest of bald heads is because those sections they no longer produce hair.
Yeah.
That's how you get like forehead smooth levels
Smooth
of bald.
forehead. I'm excited for it to grow out. Cause like I always want to have the buzz hair because like shit, I remember even in fucking freshman wrestling, I had long hair and then I finally buzzed it and like I was suddenly better at wrestling because you have to like sometimes you like are putting your head down on the mat and it fucking sometimes can hurt with all your hair and then you're buzzed and you're like I can do anything.
Having it buzzed for a couple days, like, because like I've spoken of it before, that I'm like, I don't like how my hair is buzzed. Having it for a couple days, I was like, I actually kind of like this, to the point where then when I went bald, there was an extent of it where I was like, but I actually finally think I'm starting to like a buzzed head. Now I have to go to bald. But then like it immediately flipped to like, it doesn't matter, bald bitch now.
Yeah, bald, but also like you will literally be back here soon.
Exactly. But it gave me a little more appreciation for the buzz. I was like, I'm going to miss the buzz. I was like, that's a cool feeling.
Because the buzz cut feels good. When you buzz your hair, it looks best in that moment that you're buzzing your head and you look great. Then you step outside the bathroom, you walk into the kitchen, and someone says, hey, look, it's Bobby Hill. And you go,
who would say that?
Taylor.
She's never said that.
Brandon did.
Yes, he would.
Yes, he did. And he did. And his parents were there. And because one day I came over and I was like, Taylor's parents were over, and I was like, yeah, hey, what's up? I just shaved my head. Like, I had come over to shave my head. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. So
The moment that I had when
that bitch.
So like you when you were buzzing it down to like with clipper to a
with
minimum.
my beard trimmer clippers.
Yeah, I literally was
vibe.
about to be like, do you want me to bring you the real clippers?
I need to just buy real clippers, but like I'll get them eventually because I'm
Yeah.
like I have 2 of the beard trimmers because I lost the charger.
Yeah.
So I bought because it was so cheap.
That's why I have 2 of the curved ones because
Yeah.
I lost the charger to one of them, and you can't just get it's proprietary bullshit.
Yeah.
But you went straight up the middle for drama, which I loved. I loved.
I did the inverse of what you did.
For me, since I was in the privacy of my own home, and there was no one to perform to but me, I went the opposite. I came up to meet at the center.
Yeah, to have the mohawk for a bit.
And when I reached here, and I just had
the stripe
of like buzzed length hair.
Oh, it's a vibe.
I was like, I actually like this.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I look like what I said I looked like. A circuit party leather bottom, but I was like, I kind of like it.
Yeah, you should. Like at this point, there's no pressure to do anything more, and like with the hair being so short as it is, like I'm gonna be really curious to see how it looks like next Sunday, because like that'll be a good idea of like growth wise, because then like can I rock a little bit of like the shaved mohawk look?
The only thing I didn't like about it though was that like the sides still felt bad because I was like, ooh, my mohawk feels good. Mohawk. It's
Your mohawk.
It's a third of an inch long. But I was like, this feels good.
That's long.
This feels bad.
Yeah.
But
As
yeah.
it should.
But it made it an area that I could touch that still felt good.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't.
No.
Although it feels better because it's growing out.
You know what it feels like? It feels like stubble.
Yep.
On the top of my chinny chin.
Yeah. Yeah. Wild times. Hair is a real thing.
Yeah. Hair is cool. It's a good time.
Hell yeah.
Podcast. We've been live for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired.
And I'm hungry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did you guys have fun? Did you guys get all you wanted? Did we ball it
Get
up?
the balled out of your system?
Mm-hmm. Are you balling?
Because now we're going to be like this.
Yeah, you just got to deal with it.
Imagine if, like...
How can I eat, Hester? You leave no crumbs.
Imagine if we had,
Mommy.
though, like, somehow just really perfectly bald capped
Mm-hmm.
to the point where they couldn't tell. And now at the end of this, we just snatched our own bald caps off.
We should have done that.
There is a performance of there's like a drag queen's performance where she's wearing a full wig, reveals to a pussycat wig, reveals to a pussycat wig.
What's a pussycat wig?
Little, like a Monet exchange, like a little wig, little one, real small.
She had a Matryoshka doll of...
Reveals to seemingly her bald head. It's a bald cap. She tears the bald cap apart to reveal another pussycat wig.
How many wigs was this bitch wearing?
Like 4 or 5.
Which I guess...
It was so good.
It's
on YouTube.
That is the correct way to build on what was brought before. Because when Miss Roxy Andrews...
Roxy Andrews.
When she snatched that wig, she did deserve to stay.
She did.
And she did great.
She did
But then, now there's a moment, like, the second time is, like, anytime you see after it, it's not as good.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah, okay, but, like, Roxy did it first.
Well, they slowed it down and everything to really make it, like, a thing. I can't remember that queen's name, but like if
someone remembers,
if she wants to get on Drag Race and ever gets onto Drag Race, I hope she does it because more people should see it. More people should see the drama of the tearing apart a bald cap to reveal another wig. Like
they just keep going, and it's not.
So
is it on Drag? It's not on Drag Race.
No. This is like a local performance.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, Kale, if you find it, can you send it to me?
Yeah, I can't remember the queen's name. But yeah,
it was Elizabeth. That was for the Brits. Hey, yo.
Sal
Will you post it in the
found
Hype
it.
channel? Okay.
Sadidi.
Well, we won't watch it on the stream because
Yeah.
otherwise we'll end up being here for another hour.
Truth.
So I'll have to check it out. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Thank you guys for all the love and support today
To be bald in such a time.
for this live episode for Bald Boys. Should we give them one single bald touch?
Behind the Hype logo?
Do you want to touch bald heads behind the Hype logo?
It's not going to feel good.
It's just going to feel like we're touching our heads together.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make that an incentive for next time.
Maybe.
Yeah, for next episode we'll do it.
I'd like it better when we have a little more hair.
I don't want to accidentally, like, are my grabbers going to grab your grabbers and then we're going to be...
What if we Velcro our heads together? It's gonna
'Cause,
lock
like-
and low. Just
Like, they can't not because the hairs aren't long enough, but what if they just are Velcroed?
well, my corkscrew hair
Yeah.
and your corkscrew hair lines up perfectly.
Lovely
Like
Dean
a
Alyssa.
duck penis and a duck vagina. That's where I was going
Yeah.
with that.
Mhm. Thank you so much for the $5. It's been so much fun. Thanks for the great stream. And one last time for good measure. Bald! Love it. Thank you so much, Alyssa. That's so sweet of you. Katie Rose, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you for the stream. Love you guys. Thank you. Little,
Do you like that?
do you want to touch my bald head with your little...
You like that, Mr. Dilham?
Oh, wait, there we go.
Oh wait, there we go. Oh, I hated that. Ooh, I hated that. Love you, Alyssa. Thank you so much. Oh, we did that. Katie Rose. Thank you so much for the $1.99. So
Yes, thank you guys. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. We will be back with more podcast content
Sal's trying
next
to
week.
make us kiss.
We're going to kiss?
Sal's trying to make us kiss behind the.
What if two
behind
bald
the logo.
guys kiss behind the Hype logo? What would you do? What would you do if we... What if we were both bald and we kissed?
Unless. First bald kiss of 2023.
If we can get to...
First bald kiss of my life.
If we can get to 2,600 subscribers...
We'll kiss bald.
Bald.
No, because it's going to take so long. I'm not going to want to go
No.
back to bald in like
No.
2 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's charitable. When we hit 2,600.
That's like 70 people. It's a lot.
You're right. 9
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, but if we said we'll kiss, if you guys can get people, suddenly everyone's got 3 friends.
Oh, suddenly you got friends when you want to see these lips go.
We had to sell sex in order for you to tell your friends.
Interesting. I have to objectify my lippies.
We've kissed before.
We've kissed before.
We were both very drunk, and it was very much of just a...
It was very closed mouth.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I don't want tongue.
My tongue is great. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, but like I'm self-conscious about my own tongue. I don't want you near my tongue.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's very much of like I'm not like no, I just that's weird. You can't tongue kiss your homies before bed
Unless they ask nicely.
because then you become blomies.
Below the belt. What's up, kittens?
I feel like I'm like a discount Johnny Sins.
They're not ready for hot.
I'm Jimmy Mistakes.
There you go.
Yeah, Finney, thank you so much for the $5. So sweet. Odie said my tongue can't compare. Or tongue game can't compare. Well, it can, but just
I love Hester very kindly telling us we're done.
great ending, guys. Okay, you look hella buff this way, Odie. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Well, I work
Oh,
out.
goodness gracious.
I have been working out more, and now I'm like, if I'm bald, I'm like, I can work out even more.
Right, muscle rat.
A bald buff dude is a good
Yeah.
vibe. That's the goal.
Hell
So.
yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna end the stream. So one last.
Hey, Stinky!
And then maybe a little.
No off-topic questions.
Oh, that was the
Not,
one.
yeah. Bald.
Stinky!
Hey, Stinkies.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. I'll be live on my stream on Monday. You can come hang out if you want. It's season 3. It's new me. I just like I don't like that I can just like grab my head and move like you always
Your head
could.
can go so much farther than you think it can.
Yes, your head game is
When they just
strong.
like pop your head. Woo!
Like I don't even feel like I'm trying. I just like that.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh.